It's time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ Show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast. So don't get her pissed. It's Jason, called like a spaz, and they love to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ Show.
Oh, hello. What the heck is going on here today? Happy Tuesday, and welcome to the KVJ Show. Got a chilly day in Florida again today. So, I don't know if you just wore that gi, Jbird, or if you had a coat on top of that.
Oh, look at you, a new gi.
Yeah.
New gi, they came in.
Okay.
Right as I brought the rental back, the new ones came in.
Wow.
Boy, that's great timing, huh?
They're supposed to have the black belt, but they gave me the white belt.
Oh, so you're a rookie.
I'm a straight up rookie.
I mean,
it's probably-
Rocco can kick your ass.
It's as Amazon Prime new.
Virginia, the belt doesn't make the fighter.
I think in karate it actually does.
I think you gotta actually back it up. He's probably better off with a white belt.
What's funny is,
It's the black belt where somebody's gonna test him.
well, it was supposed to come with the black belt, and I swear Amazon Prime knew. Like,
No.
bitch, you ain't no black belt.
Yeah.
They were like, we looked at
Yeah.
your profile.
Yeah.
We're sending you the beginner belt.
They just took a look, yes. They looked at your account and they said, no, this guy's a white belt.
Because this
There's
guy's been-
no way this guy
Yeah.
can fight.
Yeah, he's been trained by YouTube Karate. Oh, white belt. But yeah, they came in. I'm pretty pumped.
Wow, look at you.
Yeah.
So this is material, Virginia. Go ahead and touch that. Touch
It looks
that.
a little stiff.
Okay, that's enough.
You need to put it in the dryer.
It is very stiff. In fact, it's kind of cutting my nipples.
Yeah, that's the tough thing. You ever put on one of those nipple cutters and you're only starting off your day and then you're like, oh my goodness, and you got chafing the whole day? Oh, that's rough. You looking for a Band-Aid or something?
I got the nipple cutters on today.
Yeah. Oh, that's going to be tough. Oh, especially, too, with it's so cold. You're going to have those things nice and perky, and then you got a gi that's going to slice that thing off.
This is not prime. Yeah, this is not gi weather, and it's not wet ponytail weather.
Yeah.
No.
I saw what you look like when I came in here. I'm like, oh, it's freezing cold, and then I look at you, and I'm like, it doesn't feel like you're really dressed for the elements.
I play for the long game. About 2 p. I'm going to be very comfortable today.
Okay. All right. Yes. Okay. So
He's
it's not
going
going
to
to work out.
settle in.
Yeah, it will.
Later on today, I'll be okay. Right now, not so much.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you think about today, Bird?
Well, I know it's real cold in South Florida right now, but it's about to heat up because
Oh, yeah?
the Juicy Daddy is touching down Florida today.
Oh.
Look out.
Okay.
He's back, ladies.
Your dad's in town, huh?
Yeah, he's.
Okay.
I'm not sure what he's doing. He's staying sometimes in Texas. He's staying sometimes down here with me. But when he's down here, he stays with me now, and I love when my dad stays with me.
You need to get the band back together, and the two of you should go do a little, like, acoustic guitar.
He told me he wanted to maybe play out at the old Crazy Horse.
Oh, my gosh. That place would be packed.
I don't want to get any rumors started.
Okay.
I don't want. I gotta
Boy,
talk
that'd
to.
be something.
I gotta talk to the Juicy Daddy in person. It's
The
been a
Crazy Horse would be perfect.
Well, we could walk there.
Right. You could walk there like two vagrants.
That's right. Yes. So yeah, he's coming down today, and I'm very excited.
Okay.
That's all I got
Nice.
for now.
I get that.
I got a lot on my mind, but I'm gonna save it.
Okay. All right. Don't want to blow it all out right now.
Just let it come out naturally throughout the show.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good plan. What's on your mind today, Virginia?
You ever heard that saying, oh, the best laid plans? So last night I had the best laid plans. You know, Panda is very sad. The Buffalo Bills lost their playoff game to the Chiefs and they're knocked out of contention. So I knew he was going to be really sad last night still. And so I was trying to think of things to keep his mind off of it. So our friend Joe Ponton had told me that they do bingo over in Abacoa at the DOS over there. And I was like, perfect.
Yeah.
We could take Rocco. We could go over there. I know they had those big soft pretzels. I love those. Panda loves those. They got the cheese and all that. So I was like, let's do that, Panda. Let's go get your mind off of it and go play bingo. And Rocco loves bingo.
Okay.
So we go, and the one thing he told me in the car was, all right, I'm cool with going to bingo, you know, even though I'm sad. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, but I just don't want to be in a crowded space with anybody smoking or be around a bunch of people. I kind of want to be, you know, in our own little area. I was like,
Okay.
fine, no problem.
Yeah.
It's just me, you, Rocco, and Joe. And then we get there. And Joe's got like 18 friends. And now we're sitting at this crowded picnic table with all of his friends and my depressed husband, who's just so sad about the bills.
Oh,
and
man.
all these people are like, they are on a level 10 and Panda is on a level 2.
Well, when you're on a level 2, everything seems to be a level 50.
Yes. And he was looking at me like, really? Really? This is what you
man.
did to me?
Yeah.
So,
It does suck if you're not in a mood to want to be around people, and then all of a sudden
he
you're,
did it.
you're hanging around 50
and that was the
people.
one thing he told me. He didn't want to be in a crowded space, and he didn't want to be sitting with a bunch of people, and he was in both. And they were so excited.
So you're continuing the
Oh,
trend
man.
from Christmas, and you just continue to nail it.
continuing to nail it.
Wow. And he's still there, huh?
He's hanging in there. Lord knows why.
He's on the ropes, though, Kev.
Okay, yeah. Sounds like he might be. Well, I saw a story that is good news and it justifies your alcoholism. They say that red wine is good at fighting COVID.
Oh.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Look at this.
They say those who consume 5 or more glasses of red wine a week had a 17% lesser risk of catching the virus. So, but it's telling you need to have at least 5 glasses a week.
What if you have 5 a night? I mean, you're never going to get COVID.
No, I mean, it's just, that's it.
COVID who?
Yeah. They say that the reduced risk might be because of the drink's high content of polyphenol, which is known to help with the flu and other respiratory conditions.
It's just so weird because it seems 1 month they say alcohol is really good for you, and they come back with you're going to die if you look at wine.
Well, wine will keep away COVID, but it will probably ruin every organ you have and give you Alzheimer's. So
What about whiskey? Does that help with anything other than...
you can find with every alcoholic beverage there is, you can find about 500 pluses and 500 minuses. So there's always these battling stories. So we are very inconclusive when it comes to drinking. Pretty much the one thing they always will say is that moderation thing is kind of key. There's not many places that say, hey, binge drinking is the way to go.
I kind of feel dumb because I guess everyone knows this. I didn't know this, but when I said I didn't know this, I felt the room kind of turned on me. I didn't know every single fruit could get you drunk eventually. If you, I didn't know every single fruit on the planet had the ability to get you hammered.
To ferment.
If it's fermented.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I
The
thought
sugars,
I
I
thought
guess.
certain fruits were more likely to do that. I guess everything, every single fruit.
Well, I think you'd have to go through and what do you qualify as a fruit? Like if you had an orange.
I think from what I've been explained, an orange could get you drunk technically.
Really?
Yeah,
If you let it ferment?
Yeah, did you know that? Because I didn't know that, and I felt real stupid.
I've never seen any alcohol made from oranges.
Yeah, neither have I.
They do have it. They have lots of fruit wine. There used to be a store in City Place that sold all these different
Orange
fruit
wine?
wines.
I've seen fruit wine, but I've not seen an orange wine.
You knew this about fruit?
I think any fruit.
You knew this.
I mean, when we talked about making that prison hooch, oranges were in the recipe.
But is that for flavoring or is that for alcohol?
Great question.
Great question.
Okay, so you guys didn't know. I'm not that dumb.
I don't know. I think you can get fermented orange juice because there's a point where it goes bad and then it starts to taste funky and it releases this gas.
Okay.
Okay, good. It's the fact that there's a debate going on. It means you guys don't 100% know, and I love that.
They say the only citrus juices it's biologically possible to ferment without dilution or alkalization are orange, mandarin, and tangerine.
Okay.
Okay.
So you can ferment orange.
Yeah, they say that you can actually turn any fruit juice into alcohol with nothing but a cheap plastic airlock and a bag of champagne yeast. The resulting fruity beverage will be a healthy alcoholic treat that should taste even better than prison wine.
Wow.
How about
Wow, look at this. We're learning. See?
that? Educational show.
Very educational.
Yeah, that's what KVJ does.
Yeah.
We teach you valuable things like how to make prison hooch. There you go. Well, Jbird was showing off his new gi that he's got. Fancy little white belt on it. It's a karate outfit, if you don't know what a gi is. And he's got his hair looking fine. I know you had some treatments done on that not too long ago. And man, oh man, but your hair is popping these days.
We had it done to look just like Terry Silver from Cobra Kai. Or
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, from Karate Kid 3. In Cobra Kai, he has white gray hair.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna get to that point. Don't worry.
He's a little bit different these days.
Well, he's old now.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Karate Kid 3 came out in 1989.
Oh.
And Cobra Kai's the current series, and they brought him back from 1989.
Gotcha.
The bad guy from 89.
Gotcha.
Yeah, in fact, I like these videos on the KVJ Show Facebook page. Justin, Virginia's hairdresser.
And Jbird's hairdresser.
Yeah, they were talking a little bit about what it was like to kind of get, you all pretty.
They're so
kinda
fun.
Did a pretty woman.
They are fun
Oh,
over there.
they love a man who shares the spirit of beauty like they do.
Well,
and that is Jbird.
I've never had long hair before. I don't understand hair at all. So I'm very curious, and I ask a lot of questions.
And
Yeah.
he goes in there and he gets it all. He gets it dyed. He gets a keratin.
Well, I got it dyed this time because
Yeah.
to look just like Terry Silver, you had to get it dyed. My hair, I have white hair. I have gray hair.
I think it looks better dark.
I like gray hair though.
You do?
I do.
I don't.
Well, you don't like a lot of things I like, and that's why it works with me and you. You know, we're opposite.
Well, thanks for breaking it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, your hairdresser left a video message for Virginia talking about the experience with you coming in there. And here's what they had to say.
Good morning, Virginia.
Good morning.
Tell him what you just said.
He's one of those girls that doesn't want a haircut, but I had to convince him to get a haircut. And I was like, I'm just going to dust it for you because I need to cut the split ends.
She's a fancy bitch.
Oh, I didn't know. See, you learn a lot. I didn't know if you don't cut split ends, it doesn't grow.
Yes, it's unhealthy to let those split ends stay. And you might think that, oh, my hair's so long. But if the last bottom inches of it is all like frayed and split, it's not healthy and it looks bad.
Well, because I didn't understand how it works. I haven't got a legit haircut in 2 years. It'll be 2 years at the end of February. That's when the pandemic started, right? Whenever the pandemic started.
March of 2020.
I got a haircut for a little Smiles ball.
Yes.
And that was the end of February. So we're coming up on 2 years. I thought you just let it grow and grow and grow, but you got to cut them split ends to keep it to grow.
To maintain it. Yes, you do.
Learning, baby.
Yeah, but today's been a very educational show.
Already 24 minutes in.
Yeah.
We're
learning about prison wine, what you can make alcohol out of, and we're learning about split ends. Yeah, we're teaching some real valuable stuff here.
I never knew about that.
Yeah. Now, I guess a debate came out of this because I heard Virginia the other day when you're talking about your ponytail. She wanted to know what girl put it in a ponytail for you. And you said that you did that by yourself.
I have worked so hard, tirelessly, to try to get my ponytail game on because Sweet Denny's kind of called me out. I said, man, I'm really struggling with this ponytail. Can you help me with this? He goes, dude, just get good at ponytails. I said, damn, all right. So I did the work.
Did he put you in your place?
I got good at ponytail. I did, and you started getting our listeners saying, who's doing the ponytail, Bird? There's no way you can do that kind of ponytail. Like, let's put me to the test. If you don't believe me,
Okay.
You want to prove your pony?
I want to prove my pony.
Okay, he just kicked his hair all out. Wow, your hair is gorgeous. Look at that stuff. Look how long it is. It's down past your shoulders now.
Look at you.
It's amazing.
So
I like what they did, how they cleaned up the back, too, because you don't want to have too much hair back there.
On your neck?
Yes,
Yeah.
on your neck. That's a big faux pas for me. A hairy man neck.
Yeah.
Virginia doesn't understand.
Are you taking notes on everything you need to do to keep Virginia happy?
She don't understand. I was doing Bruce Fluckman for the movie Grimsley, doing my craft over here. He had to have crazy hair for that.
Well, I didn't like it.
Well, I don't like a lot of things you do. Again,
I want it to look coiffed and sexy.
well, I don't. We ain't about that here. It's about entertaining the people, whether it looks crazy or coiffed.
Look, we have an image on KVJ TV.
Of prison wine
Yes.
and ponytails. And,
Look at that. He did it.
We have a standard around here. Oh,
believe me
yeah.
now?
Yeah.
I guess it is you.
That's good,
It's
yeah.
me.
It's a little lumpy around the tie, but it's okay.
That's impressive.
Now I just got to learn how to braid my hair.
Yeah, everybody always trying to call us out here, Bird. I don't know what it is. Yesterday, there were people in the chat room. I was talking about the NFL playoff games that had happened, and people were like, Kevin didn't watch those games. I'm like,
I saw
why is that? I'm like, why is someone contesting that I watched the games? That's just such a. I mean, there's a lot of things I could see calling me on, but watching a football game?
Did you watch it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's odd the things you get called out for.
Yeah, and every time I couldn't even mention it. Like, well, he didn't watch the games. Like, it was like, what? I'm
See,
like,
I'm like the witch. I do read the comments and then I respond. on.
Yeah,
People
I just
call
kept
me
seeing, I'm like, oh, that's just the oddest thing to call me out on. But maybe this explains it. Jacqueline had sent an email. She said, I got to ask, I'm a longtime listener. I know that Kevin is militant about getting to bed early on show nights. However, on Monday's show, Kevin was discussing the Buffalo Bills game that aired Sunday night as though he watched it live. Did Kevin really stay up and watch the game on Sunday night? Yes, I did. Because the game started at like 6:30. If it's a game that starts at 8 or 9, I'm not going to start a game and stay up that late. But when it starts at, now typically, I try to get to bed at 7:30. That's typically what it is. So I'm like, I could watch an hour of this game, but I knew it was going to be a good game. And I said, if it starts to get lopsided one way or the other, I'm going to bed. It just was there, and it was there. And I'm like, how do you turn this off? You can't turn this off. So I'm like, I'm just have to readjust.
It was so stressful. And I mean, yeah, I cheer for Panda's team, but that's not my team. And I'm sitting there with my tummy in knots.
Yeah. Oh, it was
It was
unbelievable.
a crazy good game.
Yeah.
Kevin didn't watch the game.
Yeah, I couldn't even talking about it yesterday. People were like, he didn't watch the game.
Ah, you're a man of highlights.
Yeah, what?
Highlight Kev.
What?
Highlight Kev.
Yeah, what? What is going on here? And then people had their opinions too, because we were talking about the NFL overtime. And
Oh, yeah. What do people think?
yeah, because that's what happened. They did a coin flip, and the coin flip went to the Chiefs. They had the ball. Their offense was humming. They scored a touchdown, game over. And then Josh Allen, the Bills quarterback, who's so good, didn't even get to touch it. He just sat there and was like, oh, well, I guess I'm going home to Buffalo.
Were people defending the...
Yeah, well, listen, Steven sent this email. He said, I finally got to listen to Monday's show, and WTF sports guy, he said, I'm sure you know that the team which loses any divisional championship game always says it's not fair. All I got to say is play like it's the end of the game every set of downs you get, and your team should win. All the team owners agreed to these changes in 2019. I don't have a dog in this race. All I can say is win the coin toss if you want a chance to win the game. Wait, win the coin toss?
It's a 50-50.
I'm like, win the coin toss?
How do we train to win the coin toss?
So should that be part of our practices, Steven? Like when the team is out there and they're, working on 2-minute offense or, red zone, should they be like, okay, let's get our coin flip. Come on, get the coin flip team in here. Come on, guys. Okay, well, get prepared. Are you calling
It's not
heads or
Josh.
tails?
We won't have Josh do it.
Yeah,
but
no.
We'll have this guy that just trains to coin flip.
We've got a guy who's on salary just to handle our coin flips. Get him out here. Get him out here. Come on.
Exotic Den in
That's
the
the
chat.
dumbest sports comment I've ever heard.
Exotic Den in the chat room goes, those are the rules with the shrug emoji. But our whole point was those
Change
should
the
not
rules.
be the
Yeah.
rules.
Our point
Just
is
because
change
the rules are the rules doesn't mean the rules are right.
Exotic Den, it's a stupid rule. It's
Yeah.
the dumbest
That
rule
was
I've
the-
ever
that
heard
was
of
the
it in
argument.
the history of rules.
Yeah, I get it's the rules. I understand that.
But
I
it's
didn't
the
think they just
dumbest
made it
rule.
up. It is, yeah. That's all we were saying.
It's a relatively new rule.
Well, they had changed it. They had it before where it was the first team that scored, and then they realized, oh, wait, the field
Wait a
goal's too
minute.
easy, so they made it a touchdown, but it's still not right.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they messed around and didn't get it right, so they still need to go back and tweak
Why
it
don't
out
they
a little
just
bit.
put a clock on it
They do have a clock on it.
and make it for like a set amount of time, like a whole nother quarter?
They do have that. That's what they
But
do
then
now.
if the one team
When the
scores,
time runs
it doesn't
out, yeah.
matter. It's about
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah. Mhm.
Why do they wear helmets, Kev? Oh, they do that too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Why don't you shut up with your fake crunchy ghee?
Yeah, where you put the time and you have to play out that time regardless of what happens is what you're saying, not the sudden death thing.
Right.
Virginia. Yeah.
You understood me.
I get
Not Dorito shirt over here.
Ooh, I don't hate that.
Every time he moves, it sounds like somebody opened a bag of chips.
Dorito shirt Bennington. I like the sound of that.
So crinkly.
Crispy bitch.
So crinkly. Yeah.
I'm a ninja, but you can hear me coming.
Oh, it's so can hear you
crinkle.
coming.
Crinkle,
crinkle,
crinkle.
crinkle.
Yeah.
Sneaking up, crinkle, crinkle.
Dorito shirt Bennington.
Yeah. A lot of people talking about that Tom Brady. Is he going to be sticking around or not? And I think this is a funny dynamic because I guess Gisele Bundchen had posted up something on her Instagram about you never know when it's going to be the last time. And it's so
You know it's not his decision,
No,
right?
You know you got this dynamic. I don't think Gisele wants him to play anymore, but yet it's kind of like he loves his boys, he loves his team, he loves playing.
He brought the Gronk back.
Yeah, he had the Gronk back, and the Gronk even put out a cryptic tweet like he's just maybe ready to walk away because he put, 2022, question mark, question mark, question mark. And I think he's waiting to hear what Tom Brady's going to do, if Tom Brady's going to...
The Gronk also has to wait on Gisele.
Yes, Gisele is going to decide what's going to happen to these guys. So there you go. You know, we seem to get access to everything anymore. I love that behind-the-scenes look. Everybody's got video cameras. They're always posting up video, and it's just really kind of fascinating to see. And one of the places that really does fascinate me is Disney. We always talk about the hidden tunnels that run all underneath Disney, and what does it look like behind the scenes? Because they do a great job of always putting on a show. But you always know you're seeing front of stage. What's happening backstage?
I've never even seen backstage. I know it like goes underground. Like I don't even know where the stairs are.
No, I know. Yeah, and so there is a guy that loves Disney, but Disney doesn't love him. His name is Matt Sanzwa, and he's a guy that just loves breaking into Disney and making behind-the-scene videos, and they hate this guy. They've caught him multiple times now. He's banned for life. They've, thrown the Disney lawyers at him, but he keeps breaking into Disney and then posting up on his YouTube channel all these videos that he gets. And it's really kind of interesting because he's gone in, and I didn't even realize this, but Disney's been around now a while, and they're always adding new areas to the park, but there are older areas of the park that they just say, we don't want to refurbish that. Let's just close it down, and then eventually when we come up with a new world, we'll tear it all down and make something new out of it. So he's gone to multiple abandoned areas. There's a couple places that they have in Disney, one called Discover Island. Never heard of that. River Country, Disney Quest, Cranium Command, and a whole bunch of other areas. That's just some of the videos he has. I guess those are all features or places inside of Disney.
They're closed now?
Yeah.
And when you go to visit them, is there a ride there, or is there?
You don't have access to it. It's closed down.
Okay, but there's a legit looking ride when you go back there to explore.
Those big walls that they put up, those walls are like wood, and there's like a bathroom next to them usually. I bet it's like behind there.
Yeah, it's still there. They haven't yet torn it down. It's just kind of sitting there.
But they know it's too old and crappy to actually have it open still.
Right. They made the decision that this isn't worth refurbishing, shut it down. We're not going to tear it down immediately. We're just going to leave it as we're working on other projects.
That's cool.
It really is kind of cool, especially if you were a kid and you used to ride that ride.
Yeah, one of those you said, I totally remember.
Okay, and then you go back to Disney and you're like, oh, it's closed now.
That's cool.
Yeah, what does it look like? How is it aging? And so that's what he makes the videos of. He's also gone backstage after park hours to film Expedition Everest. He's gotten onto the tracks of Big Thunder Mountain, the Matterhorn basketball court. I guess they have a basketball court where, maybe you're a cast member. You can go and check that out and play basketball. And he also found Walt Disney's abandoned airplane.
What?
That Walt Disney used. It was his personal plane he would fly everywhere in, and they had it in a part of the park. I think now they've actually refurbished the plane and it's on display somewhere. But he found it when it was behind the scenes, and he sneaked into the airplane, and you could see the whole thing was just gutted out.
Wow.
There's nothing in it, but they still had the cockpit, and it's late at night, and so he's in there making a video of it. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool.
I feel like Disney needs to put up more cameras on all these areas.
It is amazing this guy keeps getting in there, and now they have caught him several times, like I said, and so he's been arrested for trespassing, and yet the guy just will not be deterred. He keeps coming back.
They just need to get that camera my neighbor has pointed at my house. A motion detector turns it on. So as soon as anybody makes any movement, bam, the camera comes on.
I got a law question. Let's say this cat keeps doing this, and gets arrested over and over again, but they're misdemeanors. Is there enough time you get arrested for doing that where you go to hardcore prison?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
But I don't know about hardcore prison. I don't know if they're going to take a guy who's just breaking into Disney to get video in with.
But if he did
they're going to put him in a cell with bones.
If he did it for 50 different times and he kept doing it, don't you eventually go, all right,
you keep increasing the penalties, each and every time. Yeah, that's typically what happens in law, is they'll throw something else at you. But I don't think they're going to give him life in prison for making behind-the-scenes Disney videos.
Not life in prison, but they send him to prison for 2 solid years,
Yeah.
Does that happen for prowling and breaking in like that?
I don't know. It depends upon probably what judge you get. And you
And
gotta,
what lawyer you have defending you.
Right. Well, but imagine if you're going against a Disney lawyer in Orlando. I don't like my odds for anything.
It's a guy in a suit, and there's like 4 characters behind him dressed in suits, too.
Yeah.
Crap.
No, I am not doing that. Yeah. So he is banned for life, but he's got a YouTube channel. It's just really kind of cool. But it made me think, aside from Disney, and I talked about, the building that they have, the Highlight building that's on 45th Street in West Palm Beach. Is there another place that you would love to have access to? What would you love to see the behind the scenes on? Because we love those videos. I always like seeing the documentaries and the collaborations. They had recently on Apple TV come out with the Beatles where they were making their last album, and they're getting ready to release on IMAX that rooftop concert that they did the last time that they performed. And so on Apple TV, you can see what it was like behind the scenes as they were collaborating and making music. And to me, that's what's so fascinating, because we always just get to see when a band comes out on stage, what does it look like backstage, behind the scenes, when they're putting it all together. And I think they recognize that. I'm actually almost surprised that Disney doesn't put these videos out themselves. That would be the way to shut this guy down.
Right.
Is Disney come out with their own videos, be like, hey, here's what it looks like right now. But Disney, they want everything to be varnished and polished and beautiful and good. Disney doesn't want you to ever see their warts. And so that's why Disney won't. So that's why we've got this guy, call him an American hero, Matt Sonswell. I don't know, but he's doing the work for you.
Plot twist, maybe him and Disney are in cahoots together.
Damn, that's why he's not going to do Hard Time.
Exactly.
So this is the guy that exposes the warts, drives up the talk and chatter about Disney,
But
makes you wondering what's going on.
Yeah, but they act like, well, we don't want it. We don't want
We
this.
hate this guy. Here's the keys, dude.
Because it is so cool. Get more hype. I don't know.
Somebody texted in. They said, yeah, I've been watching this guy for a long time, and he has not posted in a while.
Okay. Well, he went to Disney prison.
They haven't found him. He's in a hole
The
somewhere.
mouse got him.
He's at the bottom of a well. That wishing well.
Yeah. Okay. So there you go. Somebody said, texted in and said, yeah, I would love to see the Freedom Tower, the tower across from FTX Arena, downtown Miami. That's there.
Yeah.
All the behind the scenes on that.
In Buffalo, where Panda's from, he brought me to this area, like all along this like river, where all these old cereal factories used to be, and now they're just big, empty, abandoned like warehouses and buildings and office buildings. I think it'd be so cool to go in those.
Back in the day, in northern Palm Beach County, they had a Twin City Mall, and it was a cool little mall. If you grew up in this area, it was small, but a lot of people would go to it. And after it went out of business, it was there for a good, I would say, 5 years. And I had some family members break in and go and see what was in there. There were homeless people living in there. There was poop on the wall everywhere. There were fires started inside. There was still some merchandise in there, but it was destroyed.
There's still houses in New Orleans that haven't been touched since Hurricane Katrina.
Okay.
In fact, when I was just there, I saw a few of them, and they still have the markings on the outside of the building that told the rescuers that there's no dead people in here.
Oh, really? Wow.
But a lot of these houses, like, they're still intact, so somebody's stuff is all still in there.
Yeah.
Like, it'd be really cool to go into those preserved spaces that haven't been touched in 15 years and just see, oh, look at all this stuff.
Yeah, that's how I was just wondering too. Like these all behind the scenes kind of like, what the heck is going in there? What does it look like? Because I wouldn't want to go in there myself.
No.
So
Don't go at night.
Yeah, I want someone else with a camera. I want to watch from the safety of my own home or on my phone. I don't want to do that, but you go do it and let's see what happens. Well, I tell you, a lot of people are moving to Florida. Just kind of crazy. They say just over the last year, over 8,000 people from New York, over 4,000 people from New Jersey came just to Palm Beach County.
And none of them were complaining.
None of them ever say how much better it is in New York.
Well, the one thing they may not be complaining about is the price of rent, because it is still cheaper to get a place even in Miami than it is in Manhattan.
And it's ridiculous here in Florida.
Yeah.
The renting is crazy numbers.
Well, I think what's happening is with their expectations, where I was looking at, for instance, the same apartment in Manhattan versus Miami is about $1,000 difference. You'll pay about $3,000 in Miami, in New York and Manhattan for this one apartment that they showed. Same square footage, $2,000 in Miami.
Was it a nice looking apartment, or was it just?
It was just a standard, yeah.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah, so it's still more expensive, but I think what's happening is with so many New Yorkers and people from the tri-state area, and they always have been, but it's really escalated over the last year, how many are moving down here. They have the expectation of paying that much for rent. So apartment complexes here like going, well, we got so many New Yorkers. They were paying $3,000 a month in Manhattan. So, hey, let's charge them $2,500. They'd be like, hey, I'm saving $500 a month, right?
Oh, yeah. You're going to see it.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the rationale for why it's happening, but here in South Florida, when you're used to paying lower for rent, now you're all of a sudden like, what the heck is going on? And they say that apartment rent increased 37% on average in Palm Beach County in 2021.
37%.
37% on average.
That's terrible.
It's insane, isn't it?
That's terrible.
It's 40% in Delray Beach. That's the most expensive increase year to year of any city in South Florida. Delray Beach went up 40% on average, 39% in Boca, 38.2% in Miami, and 36.7% in West Palm Beach. These rents are just going through the roof.
Insane. Yeah, my
it
my friend lives on Miami Beach.
Yeah.
And they want to double his rent of his place. He's like, I can't afford where I live, and I also can't afford to go out to a new place and do first, last, and like deposit.
crazy.
The first, last, and security on some of these places, you have to have $5,000.
That's not enough.
Yeah, you're right. You have to have more than
You have to
$5,000.
for him, he's going to have close to 10.
Wow.
He's going to have close to $10,000, and he's like, I don't have it.
And that's for first, last, and security of a new place.
Yep.
I mean,
Florida had the most rent growth of any state in the entire country over the last year. So it's getting crazy expensive to live here, and it's soon going to be mirroring what you're seeing if you're coming from New York. You're going to be like, oh, it's so cheap here. Oh, wait. You're helping to drive up the prices.
is this every state in the U.S. that the money's gone up for renting and buying, or if you go to some state in the Midwest, it's really cheap to live there?
I think rents are going up in places where people are moving, and that seems to be a little bit more south. And I'm sure Arizona is going up a good bit. In Texas, I'm sure the rents are going up a good bit. That's another big popular destination place. But Florida is leading the country in the growth. So we are the top.
That stinks, man. It's not a fun stat to hear.
No.
They say 5 of the top 10 highest rent increases in the country's most populated cities were in Florida. So anywhere you go here in Florida, they're raising the rents like crazy.
I mean, Rocco never sleeps in his room. I should rent it out.
They were talking about one person in the story that I was reading that was renting out kind of a makeshift apartment over a garage. And the guy said he put it up on the market, and in, I think, an hour, he had 37 inquiries. He wound up just extending the person he had in there up the rent. And she said, I was willing to pay $500 more a month because I know what it's like and what I was looking around too.
Wow.
And I realized, hey, I'll take this. So people are, they're starting, it's like the Manhattan mentality. You know that, Virginia. It's like when I was there, I rented a futon.
Me too.
So,
I had a non-private room. You had to walk through my room to go to the kitchen.
Yeah, so not that we're there yet because we got more space than Manhattan does, but, it's getting to that point where people are saying, I'll take a small space and I'll pay a lot of money for it. So that's kind of where we're getting. So, yeah, you look at that, and when you talk about things that are more expensive than they should be, a lot of people complain most about things like with rent and apartment stuff. In fact, it was something that BuzzFeed put out, people sharing the more expensive things that are out there in life that they really shouldn't be that expensive. One person said, my apartment charges $25 just to process online payments. So not only are they increasing your rent, but then they find all these little ways to nickel and dime you. Somebody else had said, the pet fees in apartments
Wow.
Oh, they're ridiculous.
That on top of that's crazy. So, you're talking about first and last and all this kind of stuff. And then they're going, and then there's going to be a pet fee. And then, there's a $25 processing fee. And then your parking. And then here you got to rent your key for your mailbox.
And we're charging for air now.
Yeah. Just unreal.
I wrote down a little list of things that are way too expensive that shouldn't be.
Okay.
Macaroons. Why are macaroons so expensive? You get only 2 cookies and they're $4.
Are you talking about French macaroons or coconut macaroons?
I'm talking about the ones that are always expensive. They're not that many.
Do they look like a little cheeseburger?
They look like they're basically these right there, Virginia.
Yes. So those, because Magnolia learned how to make those are really labor intensive to make, and the ingredients are super expensive. I didn't understand it either, but now I do. Now that she learned how to make those.
Well, this makes me never want to eat macaroons.
Just know a lot of love went into them.
I hear you.
They're fancy cookie. Maybe you're just more a man of the coconut macaroon.
Tarts is another one. It's a fancy, but for the amount of tart you get, for the amount of money it is, it's not worth it. These tarts are expensive, Fat Kevin.
I mean, the fresh fruit and the artistry.
That's why I've sworn off macaroons. I can't afford them.
nuts, and more nuts. Nuts are $12 a bag for. I mean, a child could eat this bag for $12, Virginia. Nuts are crazy. Cereal's insane.
Cereal has gone up a lot.
And grilled cheese. People are marking up 2 pieces of bread and some cheese. I've seen grilled cheese going now for $14.
It's a little ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
Somebody defending the price of the macaroons, they said they're super hard to make, apparently.
They are very hard to make, and you have to be so precise, and it takes all this time. French macaroons are probably one of the more difficult pastries.
But here's the problem about it, and I understand, and I hear what you're saying. Your average person looking to get a snack isn't going to go, oh, macaroons, it took so much time and love. They're going to look at the price and go, $2?
Then your basic ass needs to get a chocolate chip cookie.
Yeah.
Shut the hell up.
That's it. I am cookie and like it.
The macaroon is a tricky process.
Kevin asked me, I give my answers.
Yeah. Something else somebody posted, COVID tests for travel. More expensive. They've made, they've taken complete advantage of us when it comes to all the COVID stuff. They've got all these loopholes and things like that. And, you can sidestep it, though, for money. I'm like, wait, isn't this all about keeping us healthy? Oh, well, I mean, you can just see right through some of these things where they have a fee. I'm like, but that would seem to make us less healthy and more likely to catch the virus. Well, we don't care. I mean, if you got money, I mean.
Yeah. Well, any chance we can take your money, we're going to do it.
Okay. All right. Do we care about COVID or do we not care about COVID? Do we care more about money?
You can get a free COVID test, but you have to wait in a long, long line.
Yeah.
And then most people that are super, super busy look at that line and go, man, I don't have time for 2 hours.
I've seen that. People who are they don't want the hassle of trying to find it and where is it and run around and this and that. And the people who can't afford it, there are the businesses that will make it convenient for you, but they're not going to make it very affordable.
I'm seeing a lot of answers just for medical stuff in general. Anything about your health is teeth stuff is expensive.
Yeah, I would tell you one of the biggest crimes that we have in this country is it's so expensive to be healthy. It's such a racket. Because, look, I've just found the secret of life is, you know what, if you take care of your body takes care of you. So if you eat well and do those kind of like little things and move a little bit, then you'll have less medical costs. But they don't really want that.
No.
So you would think we'd make good, healthy food very affordable, but we don't.
No.
Because we make it super expensive, and it's like an elite thing. You have to be rich to be able to be healthy. And you're like, what a racket we got going on in this country.
Do you know what rich healthy people do? Eat a ton of macaroons because they can afford them.
They actually don't. Because macaroons are not that good for you.
Oh, they're so fancy and they take all the love and there's all these ingredients.
They are
in there.
not a health food.
Yeah.
French macaroons are definitely not. They're good.
Another big racket we have here in this country that is way more expensive than it should be is the higher education. You could just go down a litany of things, all the way from tuition to the latest racket that I just found out about, the SAT prep, to try to get you into one of them fancy schools, what you got to pay. It's like a $2,000 down payment that you got to pay the guy hourly. What?
Well, Kevin, I came in here and I asked you, hey, there's two different things. There's SAT prep, which is very important,
Yeah.
but then there's also getting a college counselor that teaches you how to fill out the application to these colleges
Right.
so that you get accepted. So they're two separate businesses altogether, and I'm learning about all of them, and I think that, it kind of isn't fair to the student that doesn't have
No,
the money,
it's
because
not.
most kids can't afford to pay
Yeah.
thousands of dollars for all of these things that give rich kids a head up.
Well, it was really exposed, that scandal they had at USC with those little rich kids that said they were on the rowing team and taking scholarships away and things like that. Yeah, you just realized what a scam it really is. And you got to ask yourself sometimes, is this higher education good for equality in America? Probably not. Designer clothes. It's ridiculous how much they mark up some of these things. I find out with my family, I'm like, how much you pay for that? I'm like, that looks like a basic Old Navy t-shirt for $15.
Oh, your family looks good, though.
Do they? They look like they shop at Old Navy, but the bank account doesn't say that. That's what I don't
They
understand.
look stylish.
What the heck are we doing?
Certain ATM surcharges are
Yeah.
way too expensive.
Yeah,
There's some, and I'm not even talking about the Key West, that are $5.
yeah. Somebody said anything to do with weddings, death, or babies.
Death is expensive, y'all.
Death
Yeah.
is crazy expensive. The funeral and the casket and all that. Like, I don't know how you would do it if you hadn't socked away like 20 grand.
I'm letting y'all know right now. Completely go renegade, get some gasoline and some.
we're
some,
doing your funeral at Swampgrass Willie's.
Yeah, just light
Yeah.
me, get some gas and a lighter, light me on fire, and put me in a box.
All
or
good.
Bury me under a tree.
Yeah.
We're bearing you out back at Swampgrass Willie's.
You could do that in under 10 minutes. Cheap too.
Things that are way more expensive than they should be. Frenchies. Those French bulldogs
Oh, yeah.
become a problem.
Your daughter's friends all have those, right?
Yeah. She got a Frenchie too. She went low budget, so she went back alley Miami to get hers. But yeah, some other people have paid upwards of $10,000 for those dogs.
$10,000 for a dog.
Yeah. And then one of her friends that had some medical stuff that went along with it dropped another 15 into it.
That's why they snatched Lady Gaga's dogs, because
Yeah.
she had 3 of those.
Right.
I was looking back at my medical bills with Chewy and how much I spent with everything. And
Right.
Holy crud.
Crazy, right?
It adds up. And I know that we've talked about it before, and the veterinarians get all mad that we were complaining about prices of, but there is some stuff you just go, why is it that much money for
Yeah.
that?
Yeah. That's it. And you're like going, I'm just trying to make rent, y'all.
I mean, double rent, that's devastating. People can't survive that
Double
way.
rent
Yeah.
is crippling.
Yeah, and somebody texted in and said, along with the price increases on the rent, renters now want you to make 3 times the rent to even be eligible to move in.
Oh, so you have to prove your income is 3 times what they're charging.
If they're doing
Yeah.
it on the up and up, a lot of times, sometimes you don't have to do that if you're working with a one-on-one person that owns a unit themselves. But if you're
But
trying
if
to
it's a
get
big building.
oh,
Yeah.
forget about it.
Yeah, and world gone crazy.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, there's a new documentary out, and it premiered at the Sundance Film Festival, so some people have seen it, but it's not going to be really seen by the masses until March. It'll be on HBO, and it's called Phoenix Rising Part 1, and in it, Evan Rachel Wood talks about some of the manipulation and horrible stuff that she went through while she was dating Marilyn Manson. And during a lot of their time together, she was 18 and he was 37. And so he was a full grown ass man. And I think she's essentially, still trying to figure out her young female brain. And the things that he did are pretty horrible. So he knew that she was Jewish, and for the video that he did with her in 2007, he wrote on her body with a marker, "Kill all the Jews." He also told her that she should carve a M into her skin, showing how she was his and belonged to him and was marked by his initial. She also says that during a music video, he went too far. And now he's denying all of this and claims that there were multiple witnesses on the set of the music video. But she said it was supposed to be a simulated scene, that he actually, without her consent, did things that he shouldn't have done. She said he also decorated their home in Nazi propaganda when she was living with him and told her that Hitler was a rock star. I mean, ooh.
Yeah, I wonder how much of this he really believed, or he thought it was part of his act. Is he just really that bad of a dude and that twisted, or was he taking this Marilyn Manson persona way too far?
Great questions. You know, he's going to say it was just a persona, but, you know, she was 18 years old, and this is her experience. You know, she talks about the first time he got physical with her, she was intoxicated. He then isolated her from friends and family and would threaten violence against her and all this kind of stuff to show ownership and loyalty. And she believed this was how you were treated in a relationship. She's 18, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, she's easily manipulated.
Yeah,
so.
it's incredibly. It's beyond disgusting. Everything.
So check it out. Phoenix Rising. It'll be on HBO coming up in March, all about Marilyn Manson and Evan Rachel Wood. In other news, man, Peloton is just getting it right and left. So we saw what happened with the Peloton on the reboot of Sex and the City on HBO. Now, I guess the Showtime series Billions premiered. And I won't spoil it by giving you the details of who, but let's just say somebody else dies on a Peloton.
No. They don't die.
They don't die?
No. They don't die.
They have a heart attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a character on the show that's notoriously a big partier and unhealthy. Wags. Yeah.
But is he on a Peloton?
He's on a Peloton.
And he has a heart attack?
Yeah,
It don't matter. It's not good.
Yeah.
It's not good.
He survives it, but it
doesn't matter.
again, one of
Why
those things
is
where-
TV coming for Peloton?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Well, Peloton had to put out another statement and say, look, this is not something we signed off
Yeah.
on. We didn't know this was going to happen, and we don't like you calling our bike a murderer.
Well, didn't Peloton then put Chris Noth in a commercial? Did they do that or no?
and
Yeah,
then he had his scandal, and they pulled
They had to
it.
take him. I mean, it's
They had
not
to take
been a
it
good
out.
run for Peloton in January.
I think they also. I've been seeing some blurbs about other things that is going on. I think just structurally, fundamentally with the company itself.
Oh, no.
And the CEO and whatnot. I think it's something about they may be restructuring, up for sale, that kind of stuff.
Oh.
They're coming for you, Peloton, and they're coming for you too, Justin Timberlake.
There are cracks in the foundation of Peloton. And finally, here, it looks as though 57% of Americans are saying that they have a business idea that they should be bringing to Shark Tank. Is this a thing? Does everybody think that they have an invention?
No, not everyone thinks they do.
Is that why Shark Tank does so well? Because they do really well in the ratings. And I think it's because most people think that they could do the show and they see themselves on the show.
I think everybody probably at one time has had an idea, said, you know what, I could probably make a lot of money on this if I just did this. And they think that they've had that entrepreneurial idea. The majority of people don't follow up on it.
It's kind of like how most people want to own a restaurant at one point in their life or a bar, but then most people can't because it's a lot of work and it takes, Yeah.
The show continues to kill in the ratings, though.
Yeah.
Shark Tank does really well. And they can rotate in the sharks and rotate them out. And it doesn't matter who the sharks are. The show remains super strong.
Well, it's got the things you want. You got people trying to get money and get a deal. You got people with big opinions that you may or may not agree with. There's drama.
It's good stuff. And that's
You like it?
I do. I really enjoy Shark Tank. And that's what's going on in your dirt.
Happy birthday to Alicia Keys, turning 41 years old today. Also, happy 7th birthday to Cage. Surprise, we're going to Universal this weekend from Mommy, Daddy, and Kira.
Oh, what a great surprise.
Yeah, Ashley said that. I love when they do that. They use us to unveil the surprise as they listen on the radio on their way to school.
I love it, too, when they take a video and they send it to us and we see their little sweet face.
Yeah.
All happy.
Also got a happy birthday here. Got a girl who is a sister and a sister friend. I'm lucky enough to call my sister my best friend. Melinda Dixon, happy birthday from your sister, Jennifer.
Aww.
Also, a birthday shout out to my amazing friend and best roommate ever, Emily. That is from Tori. And also, we got a happy 33rd birthday to my sweet husband, Ivan. Love you, honey. Isabel and I are truly blessed to have you. That is from Karime.
Oh, and you know whose birthday it was yesterday? Remember Melissa Davis, our very first Mother of the Year winner that we did back in the day?
Yeah.
It was her birthday yesterday.
Oh, no way.
Happy birthday.
Very cool. Very nice to hear that. Yeah, her and Homer.
Homer, yep. Homer is doing great. They always ask about you, Cav.
Oh, well, I used to see Homer there at Publix. I haven't seen him in a little while. So.
Yeah, he's retired.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Living the life, Homer.
Good for him. Okay, do you like this idea as a way to decide who might be picking up a tab? The battery life check game. I was talking to somebody and they said, yeah, what we do is when I get together with my buddies for beer, we sit down and we're like, okay, pull out your smartphone. And then they all check to see at what level their battery is. And then based on that, then that's who's going to be paying for that round.
Lowest battery or highest battery?
They'll sometimes flip it around because, you'll have a tendency sometimes for people to have high battery and other people to have low battery.
I always have a high battery. I cannot deal with anything below like 30.
Yeah, I'm in that same kind of club as well. Jbird, where are you battery-wise?
Right this second,
Yeah.
I'm at 1%.
Oh, I would die.
I like flying close to the sun.
I would literally be like not able to focus on the show.
So do you know what happened? I have a routine. My routine's a little screwed up. I always charge it here at the station because I can put it away and it's charged for the day. Someone keeps stealing our charger from our room.
Damn. Someone took a charger?
They took the whole thing. The brick is gone. Everything is gone. So I go to charge it today. I'm like, damn it, the brick is gone. Oh.
That is some cold gangster stuff right there.
I'm flying at 1% for the rest of the show.
Oh, you're not going to be flying past 8.
No,
There's no way.
I kind of like it. That's cool. That's a good.
Now, what I think is kind of interesting is if you go into if you have an iPhone at least, you can go in and see on your phone where you have been keeping your battery charged to and how far you let it get run down. And I was just looking at mine, and over the last 24 hours, I dipped almost to 50%. And that was the lowest that I got over the last 24 hours. And then over the last 10 days, not one time did I go below 50. It's like one of those things. I have a phobia about my phone battery dying because just when it does, it's a world of hurt. Just everything goes haywire.
And what happens too is that people that need stuff and my family are trying to get things and they can't. And so all of them start panicking and freaking out. My phone went poo last Wednesday, and for about 4 or 5 hours, like it wasn't receiving or outgoing anything. And it was so much chaos, the ripple effect.
Yeah. It does create a lot of chaos. So I don't know if I necessarily love that as a way to pick up a tab because to me it feels like if we went out and you're always going low battery, you should be picking on Jbird, be like, okay, battery check.
I'm okay with it.
He's all right,
Drinks on the bird. Let's have some fun.
Remember that if you see Jbird out. We posted something here today, too. I just wanted to see what your experiences were like with the KVJ Show. We asked on our KVJ Show Facebook page, have you ever met a member of the KVJ Show? What was it like? And people are posting up photos of meeting us and when they met us and what the experience was like. And go figure, most of these photos are at bars or people are holding alcohol.
The one person asked, why did Virginia ask if I wanted to die?
Yes.
Was that St. Patty's?
It was.
Oh, sorry. I wasn't myself that day.
Yeah, it's really kind of cool, even going all the way back. People talk about that when they ran into us almost 23 years ago and listening now. Somebody said, yeah, I was 16 when I met you guys. I'm 37 now.
Wow.
We old?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So some really cool photos and things like that throughout the years. So if you've ever met us out and about, you can go and share your story. What was it like? Did you meet us when we were sober, or were we a little bit overserved? And then what was it like?
I think you're going to get a lot of overserved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fun. That's the fun of being out, being overserved.
That one bar remote we used to do, it was kind of weird because it was a bar and we would be drinking, but little kids could come to the front, and by like an hour and a half in the event, like, hey, what's up, kid? How you doing? Do you remember that place?
Was that the bar where Magnolia got a lap dance from some chick? Because that happened.
I do remember that. That was a different bar.
Okay. So equally as squirrely of a crowd, but different establishment.
Yes.
Maybe we're the constant.
Yeah.
Cabrini is one of the comments that was on the Facebook page said, yeah, I met Kevin back in 2017, and it was an extremely awkward situation that was even discussed on air.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I can only imagine what that was.
Ooh, tell us more.
I've had so many, awkward situations that I don't know what it is. And you know me, the last thing I want is to be in awkward situations.
I have so many awkward situations.
The last thing you want to be is in situations.
You're right. I'm great with meeting people. It's just like, oh my gosh, did I make that awkward? And a lot of chances I have. Yeah. A lot of fun stories about how KVJ has met you out somewhere in public. What was your experience like? You can read a lot of those on our Facebook page right now as people are posting up photos and everything. Somebody said, y'all want to feel old. You guys were at my 5th grade dance at Lighthouse Elementary, and I'm 32 now. Yikes. What happened, Virginia?
That is some twisted
What has
stuff.
happened to us?
That was before I was even on the show.
Oh, yeah. What has
5th grade.
happened? Oh, my goodness. All right. Well, we got Christina on here from Lake Worth Beach. You say that you were listening since you were a junior in high school. Is that right, Christina?
Yes, I've been listening since I was a junior in high school, and my 20th year reunion is this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, at least we all grew up together.
Yeah. I'm not a young guy anymore. All right.
Because in your mind, you're still like, frisky and probably about 27.
I just now have lately felt like I'm responsible enough to have a child. And I look around and my kids are gone. I'm like,
They're grown up.
Wait, 2 of them are gone.
oh, yeah. I should not have had children.
One's got 1 foot out the door.
I'm just now ready. I'm just now feel like I could be a decent parent. Yeah, what the heck has happened? Okay, Christina, here's what we got. It is KVJ Smartphone Jeopardy. We've got 3 different categories for each of us, myself, Virginia, Jbird, and Denny's. We've chosen an app from our phone, a text, and also a song. So you just name the category, and I'll give you what it was from one of us, and you just tell me which show member whose phone that is. So which category would you like here to start, Christina? App, text, or song?
Text.
Gonna go with text. Okay. Whose phone is this from? The text says, it should wear off soon. Just eat something and chill. Who sent that text? It should wear off soon. Just eat something and chill. Who sent out that text?
So here's my thought, because I have 2 people.
Okay.
It could be Virginia because of the fact that she's a mom,
Yep.
or it could be Jason because it just sounds like something Jason would text.
Yeah.
I thought
Okay.
it was Jason.
Okay, you're going to go with Jason on this, Christina? Okay, that is a good guess. It is Denny's, and you're right.
Really?
But yes, but here's how I would know that. It should wear off soon. Just eat something and chill. So this is the maternal Denny's with Jbird, who probably ate something hot on the show, and the fact that he said eat something and chill.
No, that's somebody that it's someone who took an edible and they're freaking out. Eat something and chill. It's going to go. They're freaking out. That's not. He's not talking to me.
Yes, it is.
He's talking to
Okay.
somebody who ate an edible who went too crazy. That they're freaking out. Eat something and chill. It's going to be fine. That's what that is.
Okay. Thank you for the clarification.
Well, I know my Denny's.
I need a
Yeah.
stoner translation on that. Oh, fascinating stuff. Okay. All right. Pick another category here. What do you want to go with, Christina?
We'll go with songs.
You're going to go with songs. Okay. All right. Which KVJ Show member has this song on their phone? Is that me?
I'm going to say... Yeah, I'm going to say you. It's either you or Denny's.
Okay. Going to go with me or Denny's?
I don't feel like that's a...
Okay. Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Okay. Christina, you are correct.
Straight up Kevin.
Yeah,
That's such a
dirty
Kevin song.
heads. Yeah. Gritty alternative.
Yeah, that's almost too crazy for. That's too rocking for Denny's.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. It is a little too crazy. Okay, all right. You're cleaning up here. You've got one right. You missed one. Let's see if you can walk out of here with a positive score. What do you want? Final category here for you, Christina. App, text, or song in KVJ Smartphone Jeopardy?
We'll go with an app.
Going to go with an app. Okay. Who has got the app Slice for the ultimate pizza lover?
That's going to be Jbird.
That is going to be Jbird.
No brainer.
Very nice. Yes. Slice the ultimate pizza. What do you get on the app Sliced for the ultimate pizza lover?
It shows you where you can get deals on if a restaurant's part of the whole thing. It can show you deals on your area and slices, stuff like that.
Oh, wow. Okay. So if you want bargain pie?
If you're a power player in pie.
Yeah, it's for the ultimate pizza lover.
Okay. Only the serious need download, huh?
Yes. Don't
Okay.
play if you don't get really good pie.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much, Christina. Solid round today.
Thank you, guys. You guys are awesome.
You're the
Thank
best.
you.
Thank you. Did you guys see in the real Jeopardy game that they've got a new champion that has been on there for a while? Amy Schneider.
Yes.
39th straight game she won on Monday. That's the second longest winning streak ever on the show. She surpassed that Matt Amodio, and she's behind Ken Jennings, who had 74 straight victories in 2004. So she is right now, more than halfway there.
Wow.
Yeah.
I haven't been plugged into Jeopardy. I have no idea what's going on. I haven't been watching The Wheel lately either.
What's going on with you in game shows?
I
man?
don't
Did you just
know.
give them up?
I love both shows.
He's too busy doing YouTube karate.
Sure, I'm getting better.
Okay. Takes a lot of time. Well, sometimes we do some jerky things. Sometimes you almost don't have a choice but to say, gosh, I hate to be the heavy on this, but I guess I gotta be. And maybe you just want to know, okay, how would I be a bigger jerk if I went this way or if I went that way? If you're ever in that situation, send us an email, mail@kvjshow.com, and we'll actually give you guidance. Are you being a jerk? And this seems to be one of those fork in the road type places, because am I going to be a jerk to these kids? Am I going to be a jerk to the parents? What do I do? It says here, my 16-year-old son had 3 friends spend the night on Saturday, and then when I went to my son's bathroom the next morning, I noticed a vomit on the side of the toilet. The bathroom also reeked a bit of booze.
Oh, no.
So I went to check our hidden liquor stash, and guess what? Somebody had found it, and there was definitely some missing alcohol from some of the bottles. When the boys woke up later in the day, I told them what I found, and they all confessed to what they had done and apologized. 2 of the boys were near tears and said that they would do anything to make it up to me, but asked if I would please not tell their parents. They're both on the high school basketball team and are both worried that their parents are going to make them quit the team if they find out what they have done. They assured me that they had never had alcohol before and didn't know that they were going to throw up. They said they had definitely learned a lesson. First thing they did was thoroughly clean the rest of the mess, and then I took them home. It's been a few days, and I'm still stewing on whether or not I should tell their parents. I would appreciate a parent letting me know if my son had done this, but I am also a very understanding parent. I know one of these other boys' mother well, and she's definitely not understanding. This will be a massive deal in their house. I assume the other boy's mom might be the same. So am I a jerk if I don't tell these other parents what happened?
Ooh.
Jen, you're kind of like right in this.
I was kind of in this.
So let's hear it.
So, yeah. Another parent came to me and told me they knew about Magnolia on a sleepover
Okay.
with at another family's house that the kids did the same thing as kids will do. I
So
did it.
Everybody was in, like Mags was doing it. Everyone
Mags was doing it. Other kids were doing it. And one of the parents came back to me and told me. And I mean, I never told Mags. I knew about it.
You just
but
told the audience.
I'm just telling everybody on the
Live
radio.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Because look, she didn't go anywhere. It was in our neighborhood. They were in a safe place, in a safe house, and they did what kids do, and they just got into the booze, and nobody was driving. Nobody was making bad decisions.
So when she called you up,
I mean, yeah, it was a bad decision, but it wasn't like,
so when she called you up and told you about this, what exactly did she say? She said, Virginia?
well, this mom was having particular troubles with her child that was doing worse stuff than Mags.
Okay.
And so she was kind of telling me about her kid, and I was like, oh, damn, that sucks for you. And then she was like, and I just wanted you to know that, yeah, the kids also told me that, Mags had got into the rum at somebody's house.
Okay.
And, I mean, it's what kids do. Was it great? No. But am I going to flip out and start telling all the other parents? No. That's just not me.
You're not a rat, is what you're saying?
I'm not a rat unless it's a big deal. And in my mind, I get to label it big deal or not. I'm in charge over here. I got to go to bed at night with whatever I choose to do. I didn't think that was a big deal. There's other stuff that I have thought is a big deal that I have gone to other parents and told them about.
I'm a man.
Okay.
I don't want any drama. I'll be like, all right, okay, don't do it again, please. I'm not telling the parents. I don't want to get involved.
Once you tell the parents, it creates a whole thing, especially if the other boy's mother is going to blow it up and make it 10 times bigger than it needs to be, and that kid's going to feel the wrath.
Now, if it's drinking and driving, I get involved.
Thank you.
I get involved with that. But if the scenario you're talking about on this,
Yeah.
I'm not getting involved.
Well, here's some of the text comments coming in, people with their thoughts. One person texted in, it's not just what kids do. It is her obligation to tell the parents. That is one text.
This is going to be one where it's going to be, you're either a great mom, Virginia, or how dare you, Virginia. It's going to be on haul. Some people are going to absolutely tell the parents. I think every situation is going to be different. I think every situation comes with a certain set of circumstances.
Yeah, this
Totally.
might be, yeah, and even with the comments.
And it's a personal decision that you have to make for you and your family and your kid.
Also, too, if I know that, really, there's so many factors that go into this. How well do I know these kids involved? How well do I know the parents? There's so many,
Yeah.
if it was my situation.
Suits put up a KVJ TV poll on this. You bust your 16-year-old and his friends getting into your alcohol stash. Do you tell the other boys' parents? Yes or no? So what would you do in this situation?
Keep in mind, too, I'm looking at this as Uncle Jbird, not Father Jbird.
Chewy didn't get into your alcohol
No.
with his friends.
Yeah, somebody's saying that because it was a lower level offense, they got into the booze, they did get hammered, they threw up, but they stayed at home. That's one thing. If they're out driving around.
Oh, yeah. Driving around, all bets are off. I'm ratting all of you out, and I might call the police on you.
I'm kind of a sucker, too, if somebody puts on I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. All right. I'm easily.
Yeah. Somebody else with the thought that, they're trying to say it was their first experience ever with alcohol at the age of 16.
Yeah.
But they said, I bet it's not the first time, and they need to know that there are consequences to their actions, and if they get away with it, then what would really stop them from doing this again?
How does the person texting in not know that was their first time? I mean, we don't know it was the first time either, but how do they know?
Well, the boys are claiming it was their first
But
time.
how does the person texting know that it wasn't?
They're just saying, I don't think
Well,
it was
this
their first
mom
time.
is telling you she thinks it was the first time because she noticed all the things like alcohol was missing from the bottle. There was a ruckus in the bathroom. It smelled like booze.
Rookie mistakes.
Rookie mistakes. She would have noticed this before had this happened before.
I had my first drink till I was
Yeah.
19. I mean, some people don't drink till they're...
Yeah, that's true. And that is a good point because I will tell you, the longer I drank in high school, by the time I graduated, I was really good at hiding it. The first
Yeah.
time I wasn't.
Everything you're saying, it sounds like a first time.
Yeah,
There's
I knew
spilling,
how to
there's
do it.
loud, you're throwing up everywhere.
Yeah. Okay. So right now the poll: you bust your 16-year-old and his friends sneaking into your liquor stash. Do you tell the other parents? 63% are saying no, but 37% will.
They better not have got into the good stuff. That's all I got to say. There's
Okay.
different levels of liquor in my cabinet.
Yeah.
Y'all better go for the cheap stuff.
Okay. That's fair, Virginia. That's only fair. Okay, am I the jerk? This email says, each year I put aside $100 to buy Girl Scout cookies from my niece.
That's a lot of cookies.
That is a lot of cookies. Well, this year I am dating a new guy and his daughter is in the Girl Scouts. So I decided to split my cookie budget in half. When I told my sister, she flipped out and said that her daughter depended on my $100 and that it was not cool to treat this new girl equal to her daughter, my own niece. I hate that this is an issue and I would just buy more cookies, but money's already super tight after what I spent during the holidays. I already just give these cookies away anyway, so there's nothing in it for me. Am I the jerk? Why is Girl Scout cookie season so stressful?
You are not the jerk. Anytime someone makes you feel bad for something you're doing generous, whether, it's 100 or if it's 50, you're not the jerk. They're making you feel bad. You don't have to buy these cookies.
But also, you made a mistake. You shouldn't have told your niece and your sister that there was some other Girl Scout involved in the equation. All you had to do was say to your sister, hey, money's tight this year. I spent too much at the holidays. I only have $50 to give you for cookies. I'm so sorry. I went crazy at Christmas, brah.
So when she comes to your house and sees a stack of Girl Scout cookies on your counter,
You hide those.
Just lie
okay.
also.
You give them out.
so build a bigger web of deceit, Virginia?
Yep,
Okay.
exactly.
Anybody
Yep.
that makes you
Okay.
feel bad or guilty
Yeah.
when you're doing something out of the kindness of your heart, they are 110% wrong.
Well, you don't
Okay.
have to give so many details. You can just say, I'm only doing 50. That's it.
Could you imagine getting mad at somebody for something they're doing for you?
Right.
That's insane.
It's
to
not
me.
enough.
That's insane to me.
Well,
Yeah.
by giving her the details, you made it a competition between this new guy's daughter that you're dating and your niece. You didn't have to tell them everything.
Yeah, coddle her and make sure that let her know there's no competition out in the real world and that you're the only girl selling cookies out there. Virginia's wrong, Kevin.
No, I'm dead on right.
Virginia,
Too much detail will sink you every time.
Virginia, I don't have kids, but I have opinions.
And you eat a lot of cookies.
And email Kevin.
And finally, this Am I the Jerk email wants to know, am I the jerk for making a 10-year-old boy cry? It says, my kid had a birthday party the other day, and when it was time to blow out the candles, one of the neighborhood kids decided to blow out the candles instead of my son. Basically, this punk kid took away my son's big birthday moment. This kid is always doing things like this, too. Well, I got annoyed, and I scolded the kid in front of everyone. He ends up crying and going home. My wife got really mad at how I handled it and said that I acted like a jerk, but I disagree. The kid who blew out the candles is a punk. He bullies other kids in the neighborhood, and nobody does anything about it. The kid's 10 years old and has no discipline in his life, so I thought I'd help. Am I a jerk on how I handled the situation?
I mean, you're asking me. I have done way worse than you to kids.
Tell us.
So this one time, I was standing in my girlfriend's kitchen at the island, and we were making drinks, but we were using fresh lemon to put in the vodka drinks, and her kids were all great kids except one of them. One of them was so mean to Magnolia and the little girls. These are little girls. He's a little bit older. He was a boy. So they came in, Magnolia and the other little girl, and they were crying because he had been bullying them and he was so mean to them. So I purposely squirted lemon in his eye.
I don't care what age you are. If you're being a bully,
A kid was 10. It's time to learn.
Time to
Don't
learn.
pick on my 4-year-old or it's going to be bad.
Lemon in the eye.
I don't think this person's a jerk in the email, Kevin. I wouldn't go as far as put lemon in the eye.
Well, here's the thing. I am typically not a fan of stepping in and trying to parent anyone else's kid, but this kid did cross a boundary into your kid's realm. So in a sense, you're defending your kid at the same time. It's not necessarily that I'm stepping out of my way and trying to parent this kid.
Right.
I'm not saying anything, but you ruined my kid's experience, so now I have to interject myself.
Bullies always need to be called out. And if it's an adult that needs to do it, so be it. That's how you raise punks, letting people stay bullies. No, a bully needs to be knocked down a peg or two, no matter what age.
Well, at the same time, too, you are setting an example for your own child, not to
Right.
be a doormat.
Hey, let's be cool. We got to be. The bully has to be cool in this moment, and your kid has to see somebody standing up for him.
Public humiliation can work sometimes. Sometimes people, if someone's bullying
Yeah.
around and a bigger person comes up and then humiliates that bully in front of everybody, he gets embarrassed or she gets embarrassed in front of, that's a good thing. You need to be knocked down a peg at times in life. You have to.
Now, I don't know what you said and how you handled yourself, and maybe you did step into jerk territory there, but
Maybe you got really loud and
Yeah.
because you have an audience. Here's
Right.
the thing. If you're going to do something like that, you got to make sure nobody sees it. You can't have a whole audience of people standing around the cake and
Right.
you're cursing at the
Yeah,
10-year-old.
if you're gonna pour lemon in a kid's eye, no witnesses, Kevin.
You do it when nobody's looking.
stealthily make
And
it look
then
like
you-
it's an accident.
Then you deny you did it on purpose.
Well, yeah, it's definitely. Oh, there's an accident.
Oh, man.
Slippery hand.
Making drinks. Making
Mama's
drinks.
had a few cocktails.
Mama did it on accident. So sorry.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away. Cause you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, if you saw the video like we saw, it was heartbreaking. Adele was postponing her Vegas residency because of a massive COVID outbreak, and she was so sad that she wasn't going to be able to be there for the fans. I mean, she's crying, literally, no makeup, hot mess in the video, and I was like, damn, I feel so bad for her. COVID got her too. It sucks. But the people at Vegas, specifically, multiple sources connected to Caesar's Palace claim the real reason that her show has now been shelved is because she was displeased with how the production was coming together. Sources say Adele was unhappy with various set pieces that were designed. She was unhappy with the choir. She was unhappy with the sound system, and there was other things also associated with the show that she wasn't happy about. Several sources say they couldn't satisfy her production demands, that her expectation was higher than their ability to deliver. They said they'd been working on it since December, and every time she gave them stuff, they were working on it, but she was not satisfied with what they were able to put together. And because COVID's the thing to blame it on these days, we all know that.
Everything. I'm
No.
late to work. What? COVID.
Yeah.
It was chasing me.
Well, that's the one thing you can say right now. You get on a camera and you start crying, you blame it on COVID, and no one's going to be mad at you. But what Caesar's Palace production specifically is saying, it's because she had all these grandeur expectations and they were not able to meet them.
Are they trying to, in so many words, call Adele, dare I say, a diva?
I think they are. And now we don't know that the choir and the set and all this stuff, I mean, there could have been people on her team that were supposed to put that stuff together and they got COVID and then that's why it wasn't put together. That's perfectly logical. But Caesars is saying she had a crazy high demand And that's the problem. Nobody could have met that demand, COVID or not.
Nobody could have met that demand.
So in a way, it's Adele versus Las Vegas.
It kind of is.
Is Adele trying to get Las Vegas?
Adele versus Caesars. You like to go to Vegas to watch fights? Who wants to watch Adele fight Caesar's Palace?
Well, so according to your sources, what you're saying is that video she made where she's crying, is it real or is that Adele acting?
Great questions. We don't know because, COVID may have played a part, but also her high expectations may have been unattainable.
Yeah. Or maybe she's right.
Well, that's people don't. That's not what people are going to hear, though. You are right, Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
If these things legit happen, if the sound system was terrible, if the choir wasn't right, you as an artist have a right to say, I don't want to perform.
Totally.
It doesn't
Standards,
matter.
yeah.
You're on top of the hill. The people who are not Adele lovers, they're going to go, oh, Adele, the diva, even though that may not be the case.
Adele may just be making sure she has a good show.
Exactly,
And
right.
I respect that.
Yeah.
But it's the easiest excuse right now to go,
Sure.
COVID.
Yeah.
And it might not be entirely COVID. It might be the team couldn't deliver.
Bird, you want to go to this wedding?
COVID.
It's chasing me.
Y'all use COVID because COVID has used us. We need to get something out of COVID. You don't want to go to that baby shower? COVID.
Is that a new slogan? Use COVID because COVID's used us.
Amen.
Yeah.
Put it on a t-shirt. And finally here, the fact that Dr. Oz is being forced off of television has been really good for his daughter. You know, Dr. Oz is pursuing a political career in Pennsylvania. And there's a rule in this country, if you let a candidate for political office have a certain amount of TV time, you have to also offer that TV time to the other candidates, and we don't have nearly enough TV time in the day to offer them all a 1-hour show daily. So Daphne Oz is now going to be taking over her dad, Dr. Oz's nationally syndicated daytime show.
Okay.
She's going to make it more into a foodie thing. Now, she had been doing a whole foodie segment on Dr. Oz's show, but now the show will just expand to an entire version of her, and it'll be called The Good Dish.
Okay. She's local, too. She's a Palm
Yes,
Beacher.
and she's very engaging.
Yeah.
And that's what's going on in your dirt.
All righty. Got a KVJ TV song poll up for you right now. Which one you want to go with? Fifth Harmony, Work From Home, Justin Timberlake's Rock Your Body, or the Backstreet Boys' I Want It That Way?
Billy Joel, just the way you are.
Oddly enough, I didn't make the song poll today.
You know Billy's going to be here on Friday?
I do.
Yeah.
Are you going to the Billy Joel show?
I'm not.
What a fake fan.
I'm not a fake fan. Billy will always be in my heart. I don't. If I had some fake money to go,
Right. Ain't cheap.
it's not. It's not. It's a lot of money, and
Billy don't have no $30 tickets?
The kind of people keep on emailing me, Bird, just go to the show. Billy always takes people from the cheap seats and brings them down to the front. My boobs ain't big enough and perky enough, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. You're gonna buy that last row ticket and stay in that last row.
I'm not young enough or cute enough, Virginia.
I'm not sure if this is Billy Joel or his cover band Turnstiles.
Yeah, exactly.
How much did I pay for this last row ticket? $300.
They're not cheap prices.
No $30 tickets?
No.
No. Yeah, I think he stopped doing that in the 70s.
Damn.
You're right.
Damn.
Yeah.
Listen up, y'all, cause here's the sitch. It's time for another round of do it, bitch. 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 Do it. Do it. Do it, bitch. Do it, bitch.
All right, here we go.
It's a great song.
Oh, yeah. Another round of do it, bitch. Okay, we got a draw here to figure out what the teams are going to be as we pair up Virginia, Jbird, Denny's, and Suits to play along today. All right.
I can just feel it. I know I'm going to get Virginia today. I can just feel it.
Denny's is pulling out his partner. Who's it going to be?
It's funny you say that.
I knew it.
Because I drew Suits.
I knew it. I could feel it.
Come over here, baby. Let's form an alliance.
I can feel it.
It's me and you against the world.
Okay.
Come on, we need to.
Do you want to sit on my lap or do you want me to sit on yours?
I lost a little weight, so my bony ass could probably fit.
All right, let's go.
All right.
But then Suits has to come sit on your lap, Denny's.
That's fun.
Virginia, who is going to be the gambler on your team?
You pick.
I'm better at gambling, I think, because I watched him gamble last week or the week before. And
Let's not, I don't know, break the team up, blow up the alliance right away. Let's, man, try to be a team for at least 10 minutes.
I like blowing up alliances.
Denny's, what are you thinking?
I don't know. Suits, you could I be the gambler? Is that cool? All right, Suits. Yeah, I'll be the gambler. Suits will be the better.
Okay. All right, here we go.
So much pressure.
You got this. You're wearing a gi.
You're right. Okay, this is working. This is working.
You are karate.
Yeah? What
You got a
You
ponytail.
want to touch his pony?
Talk about the pony.
Go, touch his pony. There
Such
you
a
go.
nice pony.
All right, okay, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling real good.
Pet him. Pet him.
I'm feeling real good.
Okay. So we got our crew ready to go here.
Team Crunchy Gi.
This is. I went to get some snacks from the vending machine, and everybody in the building was looking at me like, "What is that? Oh, it's what are you wearing?"
Why is it so crunchy?
It's so loud when I walk.
It's like
It looks like somebody overstarched it.
It's not the most expensive of geese out there.
So it's part cardboard.
Ours is terrible. It is cutting my nipples so bad. They're so sensitive right now.
Oh, man.
Do you want me to tape your nips?
No, let's get. We've derailed this bit enough with the geese.
Sorry, Kevin. I do have Band-Aids, though.
It's all right. I'm just sitting here watching your show. Okay, Virginia Jbird, you guys are going to be going first here, and you get to set the betting line. Playground games. How many of those can Jbird name in 10 seconds, do you think, Virginia?
A man is a man of games.
Yes,
the
he
bird
is.
loves a playground game. I know he knows a good bit. I'm going to say Bird can name 4 playground games.
Okay. Denny's, what do you think about with Suits? How many can he name?
I think Suits can name 5.
Okay. Virginia.
I think Bird can name 6.
Okay, Denny's. How you feeling about that number? 6 and 10.
I just don't know if Suits knows any more playground games. I would say do it.
Okay. All right, here you go. You got 10 seconds on the clock. Jbird, your time begins now.
Red light, green light, mother may I, duck, duck, goose, tag, laser tag, mother may I, springs, handsprings in the fields.
Got 4, I believe, on
Hide and go
that.
seek.
I got 5 on him, but
Well, he
still.
said laser tag. I'm not
Yeah.
sure if that's a
Oh,
playground
yeah, I
game.
see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I counted it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I failed it.
Damn.
I failed. I'm not good at this part. I don't know why you picked me.
I didn't pick you. I didn't pick
No,
you.
I'm saying as this part.
Oh.
Like I think I'm a better gambler. I don't know.
All right, that team is shook already.
I mean, it's
wow.
literally falling
One
apart
around in there.
over
Shook
here.
already.
And he's questioning everything.
Man.
Get it together.
Wow.
Red
Okay.
Rover. I mean,
Okay. All right, here we go. It is the next round here with Denny's and Suits getting to choose. The topic here is farm animals. All right, how many farm animals can Suits name in 10 seconds, Denny's?
I bet Suits could do 6.
Wow. All right, starting with 6. Virginia, what do you think about with Jbird?
I know the bird can do 7.
Okay. Denny's.
I'm going to say do it.
Oh my god.
7 farm animals in 10 seconds. All right, Bird,
Your
your
sister
time
owns a
Okay,
farm.
begins now.
Goat, horse, pig, hen, birds, crows, horses, mules, donkeys, zebras. You've got bears. You've got fish, llamas, dogs.
I'm going to put him, I think, at 8.
Yeah, he got 8.
I think he got 8. I'm going to say he at least got the 7.
We're not
'cause
taking
one was
fish. What
questionable.
What about crows, birds?
Yeah, I didn't count those. Yeah, I did not count those. But I think I'll give him credit for 7. 7 was the number he had to hit. I'm going to give him the point.
Yes!
Cats and dogs.
Is it real?
It's real.
Yeah,
You got it.
I'm pretty legit on that.
I mean, there's a lot of cats on farms.
I hear you, I hear ya.
You ever hear of a farm cat?
I'm not sure if they're specific.
Farm cat,
to
Denny's.
farms.
Didn't count crows. Didn't count some of those. So
Specific to
Farm
farms.
dogs?
yeah.
Farm cat, meow.
Threw out a lot of garbage, but and there was 7 credible.
A farm dog compared to a city dog is a different kind of dog.
You're right.
All right,
There's
you're
a
right.
farm dog.
There's a difference between them.
They heard Denny's.
They hurt.
I hear you. I think it's already been stamped
They
in.
collect the animals.
No, you're right. Herding dogs, absolutely.
Yeah, Kevin
Absolutely.
knows.
It's legit.
He had one.
I have one, yeah. It came from a farm.
Don't tell him.
Okay, farmer
It
cat.
is
Farm
border
Kev,
collie,
so-
yeah. Yeah, farmer cat.
Kev, all right. Oh,
Okay.
gosh.
You did it, Bird.
And it's
You did it.
controversial.
Nope. Kevin already sealed the election results.
I hear you.
Yep, done. Tied 1 apiece. All right, here we go. Round 3, back to Virginia and Jbird. We're going to be doing tools. How many tools can you name in 10 seconds? What do you think here, Virginia? How many can Jbird name in 10 seconds? Tools.
Jbird can name 2 tools.
2 tools. Okay. Denny's, where are you going with this?
I think Suits can name at least 5 tools.
Going 5. Interesting jump there. Okay, here we are, Virginia. You've now got the bar set at 5. Are you
Do
calling
it,
them on
bitch.
I can.
Okay.
You can name more tools?
Yes,
no,
I'm
you
not-
can't.
Yes, I can.
You can't fix nothing.
Oh my gosh!
5.
I can't fix our friendship.
5 is the number that Suits has got to do. 5 tools in 10 seconds. Your time begins now.
Hammer, nail gun, wrench. You've got a drill. You've got tape measure. You've got a screwdriver. You've got.
I'll give you 6. You got over 5. That is a point.
Tape measure, Kevin.
He
That
still got.
count?
He still got it though.
5.
Yeah, either way, yeah, he was 1 over, so even if I take that away, he still got it.
That wasn't easy.
That was though. That was an easy one.
You're not handy.
It doesn't matter. I still know what tools are.
Kevin, control your boy.
Yeah.
Don't.
Well,
Oh, by the way, we can't yell at the precious Virginia.
Yeah.
Say our innocent angel.
She's
so
like a
fragile.
Fabergé egg.
Yes, she never ever
Yeah.
brings out the worst in people.
Here we are in round 4.
Can we switch partners halfway through the game?
Oh, no, you can't. No, I'm having a good time watching this. All right, Denny's and Suits have 2. Virginia Jbird have 1. Denny's and Suits could put it away here.
Oh, damn.
They get this right.
I might just tank it. I want us to both lose.
Bird, get yourself together.
You brought this out of me.
Okay, here the next category is foods with a nationality in the name. Foods with a nationality in the name. Naming a country or a nationality. Denny's, how many can Suits name in 10 seconds?
I say Suits can name 2.
Gonna go with 2. Okay, Virginia.
I mean, we know the bird loves food,
Yeah.
but we know the bird is not good with the globe.
Is anything ever said without an insult?
I don't think so.
I mean,
no, if we're keeping track, no.
I can't
Probably
imagine
not.
why Panda takes 13-hour bike rides.
Yeah.
You know geography ain't your cut.
Oh my
Yeah,
God!
he just got- he
I don't
just
know
got to
tools,
Kentucky.
I don't know tools. I don't know geography. I'm very stupid. I'm very dumb.
Yep, I'm getting that. I'm
Yeah.
getting that. Yeah.
Okay, Jbird can name 3.
3. Okay. Denny's. What do you think about with Suits?
I'm gonna say do it, bitch.
Okay.
3 with a.
3 in
Oh,
10 seconds.
You got this.
Foods with the nationality and the name. Your time begins now.
German cake, Italian ice. You've got Italian spaghetti. You've got Chinese noodles.
French fries.
That was the only one I could think of was French fries and
French
French
dressing.
Italian
toast.
sausage.
Yeah,
French
you got
dip.
Belgian waffle, Canadian bacon, Swedish meatball.
So it was Italian ice, German cake,
German chocolate cake is a thing.
and then what else did I say? I said
2.
You said Italian?
2.
Yeah, I got
Italian ice, German cake, which is technically German chocolate cake.
Chinese noodles.
Chinese noodle is a thing.
2. There's German chocolate cake, though. Yeah. I'm going to have to give you 2.
Oh wow!
Damn.
Yeah. The technical answer is German chocolate cake.
But it's German.
Good. We deserve to. I want the loss.
We don't.
I want the loss because I know it's gonna drive her crazy, and I actually do punishment, so I'm okay with it.
Okay. So Jbird has drug Virginia into the punishment for Do It Bitch. What exactly is this punishment? That's what Virginia will find out coming up next. Well, we got Virginia and Jbird as the losing team. here today, unfortunately.
It wasn't a great showing.
Yeah.
I apologize for causing so much drama on my team. I know I'm the problem. No changes being made in 2022, though.
No changes.
Just
okay.
also want to say that.
That's good. Okay.
That's good.
Yeah.
Don't make any kind of adjustment.
Nope, not a bit. Actually, going in harder.
Well, the punishment that we have here today is an interesting one. You have to have a helium balloon tied to your wrists and keep it on there until tomorrow or until it pops. First things first, and you cannot pop it yourself.
They're going to be on both hands, too. This is going to be very annoying.
Oh, I have so much to do.
So do I. But I live in Goofy.
Okay.
I promise you, you don't have as much to do as I do. I have a manicure pedicure scheduled.
Oh, that's
I gotta
awesome.
go to 2 different things. I gotta go to Rocco's school for one thing. I gotta go to School of Rock for something else.
I know. We should have done it better. We should have been better.
Ring Around the Rosie. Red Rover.
Okay.
Hide and go seek.
Okay. All right. Well, here's what we got. Got to be strapping that up, putting them on your wrists. See how it
This
goes.
is going to be so annoying.
As a kid, you loved it, though. I mean, would you walk around the fair all day long with that right on you? And I didn't have any kind of issues with it whatsoever. So it shouldn't be a problem, right?
Oh, Kevin's dropped down to the key of smug. It won't be bad.
It's his natural habitat. Mm-hmm. The key of smug.
Okay, there you go. You just look like you just got out of a birthday party.
To me, I'm a peacocker. I don't necessarily.
You're a grown man with a ponytail, wearing a gi, and you got a happy birthday helium balloon that is coming off of your wrist by a string.
I look like I've lost my mind.
All right, Virginia will get hers put up there here in just a second.
This is going to be so annoying.
Yeah. Well, the one thing I will tell you, though, Jbird, you did kind of snap there on that last segment and do it, bitch. And some people are kind of sounding off a bit, thinking that maybe you're coming down a little bit hard and being a little tough on Virginia.
I know she's so sweet. Y'all know I'm doing jokes over here.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Are you?
I'm doing. Yesterday, I know
Yeah.
what Kevin's talking about because I'm the one that edited the clip and put the bleeps in. I could not stop laughing at this clip.
Melinda sent in this comment. She says, V, you've come a long way. You're so much more patient these days, and Jbird is just becoming a grumpy old man.
Yeah, I agree.
I wanted to tell her, what show are you listening to where V's becoming more patient?
Yeah.
The grumpy old man I'll give you, but V becoming more patient? Does that mean more drunk?
Well, if you missed yesterday's After the Show podcast, this is the clip that she's talking about where Jbird goes off a little bit. He's trying to tell a story about cheese and feels like Virginia's ruining his stride here.
Well, she kept on interrupting. It was about shrimp.
Okay,
And she kept on
shrimp,
talking.
that's right.
So this is about halfway through.
Okay.
I used to get popcorn and shrimp all the time back in the day.
That's the lowest
But I get it.
low budget
fancy I get
trash
it.
shrimp.
I get it.
It's usually frozen and
But
just
they would, though. The one thing I would notice
it's
is
bits and pieces
Can
of
I
shrimp.
finish my story? Never mind.
You're tapping out.
Good Lord.
Shrimp.
Yeah. By the way, that is an unrated podcast if you're wondering why we're just swearing.
Yo, I'm just having fun over here. Sometimes screaming at Virginia is fun.
I love this that Virginia's the victim.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
And she is.
It
Yeah.
is so hilarious to me.
Thank you for your
Yeah.
comments, and
She never goes in on us at all.
I will continue to be brave.
This toxic man
Yeah.
is
Oh, and he's white. Don't forget
yelling at
that.
you. Yeah.
Oh, he's so white.
Yeah.
I'm Italian.
Virginia, if you need to discuss this later, we can put this on file.
Yeah. I think I want it to go in his permanent record that
good.
he
That's
lost control during Do It Bitch and therefore forfeited the competition. He unraveled and he yelled at me.
The problem is, not enough people yell at Virginia. I'm the only one with some balls around these parts that will step to the witch. The only one.
You yell at her once, and now all of a sudden, stop being mean to Virginia.
I'm the only one with some
Yeah.
nards around this part to yell at the
Yeah.
witch. That's it.
I love how this is turned. Okay, we do have some people yelling, a little drama here on social media. Thank you for sending these our way. Got a couple interesting posts here. One has Maya, who has got some very strong opinions about ghosting. She doesn't think it's a big deal if you do it to people. Well, apparently not everybody is feeling Maya's opinion here on the matter in this thread. Jbird, I'll let you play the role of Maya here today. I will play the role of Anastasia. Virginia, you can be Ronald, and Denny's will be Alexander.
You look like an Alexander at times.
I like that name, Alexander.
I could see that.
All right, Jbird, you can take it away here with Maya.
Okay, so I don't get why everyone is giving me such crap for ghosting my date the other night. Everybody has ghosted somebody in their life before. Not sure why everyone is on their high horse about me ghosting some dork who couldn't kiss for S-bomb. Hashtag sorry, not sorry.
Ghosting is wrong and selfish, plain and simple. And no, Maya, not everyone has ghosted someone in their lifetime. I myself have never, and I would never ghost someone. I think you could and maybe should be better.
Okay, Saint Anastasia. Yeah, I called you a saint. Must be so nice to be so perfect and never make a mistake. My bad for trying to open up to my friends on social media. Thought this was a place where we all could just be not judged.
Not to be judged on social media. Girl, please. Were you just born yesterday? That's all social media is about. It's about judging people when they write dumb stuff on social media like you just did, honey.
Hey, it's Ronald here. I've been ghosted so many times by people, and it hurts really bad. People don't realize the long-term psychological damage it can do to a person. Anastasia is right, Maya. You can and should do better.
Here comes Alexander. Are you being serious, Ronald? Long-term psychological damage? Get the F out of here with that weak-minded mentality. Ghosting is not a big deal. In fact, if you're a man over 25 and seriously using the term ghosting, you should immediately have your testicles removed. You don't deserve them at that point.
Spoken like a typical toxic white man. Middle-aged toxic white man.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
You angry asshats are a dime a dozen. Here's Alexander proving that male toxicity still rules here on social media.
First off, I'm not white. I'm half Filipino and half Mexican.
Okay.
I'm also in my late 20s, so I'm not middle-aged. I guess you just love being wrong. And the only reason you think I'm toxic is because you're a fragile-spirited individual. Stay soft, soy boy.
We all can see why Ronald gets ghosted so much. Alexander gets it. People act like ghosting someone is murder. You are being ghosted for a reason. It usually means you're annoying to be around. Okay, I'm out like trout, bitches. Hashtag mic drop.
Okay.
I mean, everybody
man.
is the worst on that thread.
Well, good news. We got another one here for you. This one is a post from Jenna. Now, Jenna's all sad because she isn't going to have anybody to snuggle with on Valentine's Day. Oh, man, that's so sad. Lamar quickly reminds her, though, that she is a liar and a cheater, and then it turns ugly, which is what we love here with some digital drama. Denny's, since you did such a great job on the last one, I'm going to have you play the role of Jenna.
Oh, wow.
Lead role.
Nice. Comes with a pay raise.
I'm going to play the role of Kara. I'm going to have Virginia playing the role of Yolanda.
No
And
pay raise, Denny's.
No.
I
And
saw
Bird,
that brush over.
Bird, you'll be Lamar.
Okay.
Yeah, Bird, you'll be Lamar here. All right, here we go.
All right, Jenna, kicking it off. It's not even here yet, and I'm dreading Valentine's Day. It sucks being alone when all you want to do is have somebody be by your side.
Well, maybe if you weren't a liar and a cheater, you'd have somebody be by your side this Valentine's Day.
Good grief. Get over it, Lamar. We went out for 3 weeks, and you turned psycho on me. You said you loved me after only 3 dates, dude. Sorry, but that's weird.
Why would you say that in front of everyone? You act like we didn't even have a connection. And why was it only after 3 weeks you end up kissing another guy on New Year's Eve while I was working? It hurts, Jenna.
We weren't exclusive. How many times did I have to tell you that?
Jenna, just go ahead and text me. I got somebody I think you might want to meet. You guys are really going to hit it off. He works with me at Applebee's, so he's definitely your type.
WTF, Kara? I'm over here pouring out my heart to Jenna, and you bring up another dude? How about practicing the golden rules? And Applebee's? Really? Yeah, he sounds like a real catch.
You're a psycho, Lamar. Jenna wants nothing to do with you. Stop harassing her. You're looking pretty unhinged. It's 2022, dude. It's not in style to sexually harass women anymore, brah.
Lamar, leave Jenna and Kara alone. I also know the guy who works at Applebee's, and he's hot AF. Ooh. Jenna, you're gonna love him. He's way better looking than Lamar. And Lamar, your lazy eye is really freaking us out. It creeps us out, and we can't even look at you.
Well, set it up, ladies. Can't wait to meet this Applebee's sex pot.
You know what? Applebee's sucks, and so do you all.
Applebee's
on a date night with your lazy eye.
Yep. That's how it all goes down, huh?
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
Yeah, yesterday I was talking to you about that dude that jumped off the top of the Hyatt Centric Hotel along East Los Olas Boulevard in Fort Lauderdale Saturday morning just before 8 a.m. I told you it was part of a stunt for a film, and it didn't click then as to who it might be. But I saw a story today. It was actually 39-year-old stuntman Travis Pastrana. Remember him?
Yes, that's Vanilla Ice's boy.
Yeah, he brought him in studio one time.
He is a crazy MFer.
Oh, he is. He just does things to hurt himself.
He's broken like every bone in his body.
Yeah.
And, like all that.
Oh, and he did the same thing. He had to get surgery from it. And he had a parachute, and I watched the video, the footage of him jumping. To me, everything, I guess, worked. I don't know if there was any thing that was a fail of it other than just knowing that I guess a parachute might not slow you down enough. I don't know if it was his goal to land in Huizenga Park where he did.
Maybe you need to have more time to pull the cord on a parachute.
Yeah, I don't know what or if anything went wrong. It just, looked like he slammed down hard there in Huizenga Park. He was taken to the hospital, and apparently the surgery went well. Whatever he had to get, patched up.
Do you give a surgeon a heads up to make sure he's like, I don't know, not in the Bahamas?
Hey,
if you know a good guy.
Probably going to be seen at about 9 a.m. tomorrow. I'm going to be jumping off of a building with a parachute that may or may not work. Yeah, so he's been here in South Florida. He's been filming stunts through the Keys and then obviously in Fort Lauderdale. So, and if you don't know who Travis Pastrana is, he's an X Games gold medalist. So he likes to do things that break his bones. So I guess he's happy with it. Well, Florida once again has reclaimed the title for the most shark bites.
Okay,
in the
let's get
entire
it.
world, yes. In 2021, Florida had 28 unprovoked shark bites. That was 38% of all cases worldwide and 60% of all the cases in the U.S. They say Florida's 28 unprovoked bites was slightly higher than the state's 5-year annual average of 25 bites, so we were delicious in 2021.
Yeah, we were.
Luckily, none of the cases were fatal, and our cases more than doubled Australia.
Wow.
Don't coconuts kill more people than sharks?
It might. I don't have all those numbers in front of me at the moment. But
I think I do remember that stat.
How are those balloons treating you?
If they're
driving you crazy.
They're giving me fits.
Yeah. Look at you over there.
Just spread your arms out wider, breathe, and don't be such a weenie.
Don't tell me how to live my life. Stop being so evil and don't talk so much.
Jbird and Virginia have helium balloons tied to their wrists for
because
losing to it, bitch.
Jbird blew it during Do It, Bitch.
Blew it, bitch?
He blew it, bitch.
Well, there's a Florida man that got arrested for causing a disturbance at a Cape Coral Waffle House over the way his bacon was cooked. He allegedly yelled, "You better cook the effing bacon right."
I mean, come on, dude.
Yeah, police said that he was upset about how his bacon was delivered. The man is accused of shouting racial slurs at the workers and resisting officers until they threatened him with a taser.
Yeah, this guy just sounds unruly. I wouldn't blame bacon. I also wouldn't blame Waffle House. Something tells me he would have been arrested no matter where he was.
Yeah, I mean, you can put the blame with Waffle House on a lot of things.
But not this.
But not this guy.
Yes. They say that he is facing charges of disorderly intoxication, resisting an officer, and simple assault. He's currently being held at Lee County Jail. Got a lot of these people going off. I was seeing in the news today that middle-aged dude, 48-year-old guy that came in and chucked a smoothie at the two girls working behind the counter because I guess they
doxed him. TikTok found out who he was real quick, and he works as a financial investment advisor for Merrill Lynch.
If you take a drink and you throw it at people, you should be doxxed.
Well, he claimed that they put nuts in his kid's smoothie. His kid's allergic to nuts, and his kid went into anaphylactic shock.
So there's a story going on?
There's a backstory to why he supposedly did it, but
why he lost his marbles.
You can't talk to people like that in public. You're a moron.
Yeah.
They figured out who you were in 3 seconds on TikTok and got you canceled before close of business at Merrill Lynch.
You can't be throwing drinks at people.
No,
you can't do
threatening
that.
and cursing and racial slur. I mean, he was just a monster.
Yeah. Yeah, there's another clip that is going around. Did you see the one of the two masked white women that were attacking an unmasked black guy in an elevator screaming Black Lives Matter at him?
What?
Oh, yeah.
Why?
They're screaming, get out, do not touch me. I guess, I don't know, maybe didn't have a mask or something. I don't know. It's just it's a bad look.
People are just losing their minds.
Yeah, people really are. Just, I guess, losing their minds. Yeah, here's a little bit of them going off a bit. You can see, TikTok's got everything, doesn't it?
They do.
Yeah, I mean, TikTok don't play. If you want to hear it, it's on TikTok. Yeah, here's a bit of them.
Get out.
Get out.
Yo, stop.
Get out.
What you guys doing? Get out. What you guys doing? What's wrong with you?
Don't touch me.
Don't you have
Do not touch me.
Get out.
Oh,
Do
boy.
not touch me.
Get out. I'm not touching you.
Oh, she just smacked at him. She's out of her mind.
You just hit me. You too.
Black Lives Matter.
Yo, this is racist. Wow.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Oh, my gosh.
Yo, stop recording.
I'm confused at what's going on. I don't
They're in
get
an
the story.
elevator. It's these two women. It's this guy, he's in an elevator, and I guess he's not wearing a mask, and they freaked out and then started recording him, and then it escalates quickly. So that's what's going on. Two white women in masks, black guy without one, and then they flip out. And then they escalated to Black Lives Matter.
And they hit him.
Yes, they hit
And then
him.
they have the balls to say he hit them when he didn't.
Yeah. So, you know.
The video tells the truth.
Well, the crazy thing about it now, this is where we are. He's getting on the elevator. He's recording it. Both of them have their phones out. They're recording it. It's just.
That's what people do now. You're right. As soon as someone starts recording, they go, I'm going to record you too. And usually the second person's so mad, they forget to hit record and they're just acting like they're.
Yeah. It's crazy. Oh, there's a jail in Mississippi that got a fax this month that said an inmate was up for release even though he wasn't. Turns out it was actually the inmate's girlfriend who sent it in.
And did he almost get out?
No, and now she's going to jail too. So, yeah.
Damn.
Well, Jbird, here's somebody who can relate to your problems with your nipples you got today. You got a starched out gi that is taking those things off.
You need some lotion, baby?
Girl, let me tell you, these things are oversensitive right now. I'm thinking about going shirtless because
please.
They are.
There's a thing for your boobs called udder balm, and you use it when you're breastfeeding, but you might need it today.
I need some udder balm because the nipples are really chafing. It feels terrible.
Well, there's a 19-year-old guy in England that says he doesn't even have nipples anymore after accepting a dare that involves spraying them with 2 full cans of Axe body spray.
Oh.
He says he cold froze them right off. Then his friend flicked them and they broke off.
Oh.
What in the heck?
Damn.
How crazy is that, huh?
He lost the tip of his nip?
I guess he did. That's insane,
I
huh?
didn't even know that was possible.
Guess so.
I guess if you give it, like, hypothermia or whatever, it can break off.
Maybe. There's a 67-year-old guy in Kosovo that showed up at a hospital after experiencing swelling in his groin for a decade. I think I would probably get that looked at sooner than a decade.
Yeah, he dealt with it for 10 years.
Now, doctors initially thought he had a hernia, but it turned out that he also had a uterus. When they did the hernia operation, they found a uterus, cervix, fallopian tube, and 1 ovary.
He ate his twin.
It turns out he was born with both male and female organs and never knew.
This happens. It's when you eat your twin in utero.
Really? That's what caused it?
I think that's what it is. There were, at one point, 2 babies, and one of them, they either meshed together or one of them ate the other one.
Oh, whatever it was, he's apparently doing fine now. But that's just kind of crazy to go in there thinking.
These in utero babies, they savage.
And finally today, there's a 24-year-old athlete in India that broke his own Guinness World Record by completing 109 push-ups with his fingertips in 1 minute.
Can you do any of those? Fingertip push-ups?
I don't know. I
feel like you can.
I'm not in my push-up prime right now. It's been a while since I've been able to do
But
my
you're light as a
workouts.
feather, stiff as a board.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. Yeah, I don't know. I'll try it out. I think I could at one
think you
point.
could.
Yeah, I'm not doing 109, I'll tell you that.
I think I'd probably throw out my back if I even tried to get down on the ground.
Yeah, just be gone.
Just to even pick up speckles.
Yeah. Well, luckily you got 2 helium balloons that can lift you right back up.
This is good for my karate training.
Yeah, that
Someone's
is. Yeah.
attacking me.
Yeah, it is. I guess this is a day for all of us to celebrate that live in this great state. It is National Florida Day today. Now, they do this, I think, to promote travel and tourism. It's warm here. It's beautiful this time of year. But unfortunately, we've got not only sunshine, but we also have some of the biggest idiots in the world. And they call him Florida Man, and we're the only state that has their own tab on the dumb guy website, fark.com. So it's called Florida. So what I got is some headlines here. You got to tell me if this is a Florida man or did this happen in Florida, yes or no, based on the headline. Does this sound like it happened in our great state? All right, first up, a man called 911 because McDonald's got his burger order wrong twice, then revealed to cops he had cocaine in his butt.
That is without a doubt Florida.
That specifically sounds like Fort Lauderdale.
That is South Florida, yes.
Okay, South Florida, okay. I got to say, good job, yes. It was a 56-year-old Naples man.
Naples, wow.
Yeah, he called 911 3 times to complain that the fast food chain got his order wrong. After an incident with police, he then said, "Oh, yeah, by the way, I got cocaine in my butt."
Wow, what a Friday night that guy was trying to have. A little fast food and some cocaine.
I mean, everybody knows you take the cocaine out before you call the cops. Dude.
Yeah.
Rookie mistake.
Mm-hmm. Virginia knows.
I always have taken it out before I call the cops.
Okay, what do you think about this? Is this a Florida man headline, yay or nay? Man has a black Sharpie curly mustache in mugshot photo. Does that sound like us or not? Yay or nay?
Yes, that sounds like us to me.
Jbird, you agree?
It does sound like us, but I'm going to say it's not. It sounds like us, but it's Kevin Trickery.
Okay, Virginia got it correct.
Wow.
That also is a Florida man headline. It was 28-year-old Tyler Cribbs from Astor, Florida, who had stolen a friend's wallet and phone. And by the time they got the mug shot, he had a curly mustache.
It's a disguise, Kevin.
Yeah.
Where's he from?
Astor, I believe is how
Okay.
you say it. A-S-T-O-R, Astor, Florida. Okay, next up here. Florida man headline, yay or nay. Man offers free mammograms at a Chevron station.
That's Florida.
Well, that's a good gig, huh? Go in there and get your mammogram at a Chevron, Virginia?
I mean, I feel like it's the Northeast. I'm going to say it's not Florida.
Really?
Okay. And again, Virginia's correct.
You're good.
Yeah. It
Look,
is.
I can see I can see having the Northeast.
I could see almost getting tricked at the gas station, too.
She's right. It wasn't Florida. She's wrong about it being the Northeast. It was actually the Northwest, Portland, Oregon.
Ah, Portland.
Portland, Oregon is where that happened. Okay, what about this one? Florida man headline, yes or no? Man drives airboat through the streets on New Year's Eve, blasting off fireworks, then threatens to kill all the police.
That's strong.
Big move.
Sounds Florida.
It does sound Florida. We got a lot of airboats here.
Very aggressive, yes.
Okay, everybody going Florida on that? You are correct. That one happened in Brevard County. That's where that went down. So far, Virginia's got a perfect score here, 4 for 4.
Side note, how much is an airboat?
I don't know. They're pretty cool, though.
They're very cool.
When Kevin's on, it's called a hairboat.
Yes, it is. That's a great idea for Hair Club, right?
That's the true test of Hair Club.
Yeah.
If we could put Kevin on our airboat and the
do
hair
it.
doesn't move.
Put him
do
up. He does the Titanic in the front. King of the world.
You can do it.
To see if it.
You can do it.
We get Hair Club to pay for the airboat.
That's a great idea. I'm sure they've got a budget for that.
You got my signature on the dotted line.
Thank you. So the deal's done.
Done. As good as done. I'm in too. All right, final one here. Florida man headline, yay or nay? Police officer loses nose in a circumcision ceremony.
Damn.
Oh my gosh. Whoa. How do you not tell them apart?
That's
They should look different. I would hope they look different.
Yeah, unless your nose has got testicles.
Yeah.
Was he leaning in too close to like help hold?
Hey, how you doing that? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, these are all fair questions.
How my nose has a tip. Okay, what do you think here, Jbird? You going Florida man, yay or nay?
It doesn't sound Florida to me.
Okay, going with a no. Do you agree, Virginia? You're going in a different direction.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, that's a perfect score for Virginia. That happened in Johannesburg, South Africa.
Wow.
Yeah, it just didn't seem Florida.
Yeah.
How painful.
There's a few themes that kind of go with Florida. Drugs.
Cocaine in the butt.
Weird sex acts
Right.
that you're appalled by.
Airboats.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
You okay with the balloons?
You know what?
Yeah.
I talk and move my hands more than Virginia. It's more of a punishment for me.
Yeah. You kind of trapped yourself in it.
I'll do better with this punishment when I go out in the world.
Yeah.
That's when she's gonna struggle. When she has to go out and see people.
True.
I'm a guy that wears a gi.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
You're all
I
right.
can do goofy in public. She doesn't like goofy in public.
You don't mind the embarrassment. It's.
I physically am struggling.
You thought about how you're going to do number 2 on the toilet today? That could be tricky.
Yeah, I'm probably have to. Yeah.
Call in a wiper.
Denny's.
I mean, what a crap
Then he's
gig.
like, again?
How are you gonna do your nail appointment?
I don't know. I might have to cancel
Oh,
it.
don't cancel it. That'd be such a fun video.
That would be a good video.
They're
yeah.
going to think I am straight up insane.
Who cares? You are insane, and who cares?
Yeah. Do you even know what this means? You're getting married in the metaverse?
No. Is it something to do with Facebook? Now Meta, powered by Meta.
There is something to that. This is apparently the next big thing is the metaverse. If you don't know, and that's why Facebook's now their parent company is called Meta. And you'll see that on Facebook a little bit. You'll see it if you go to Instagram. They kind of have that all together. So this metaverse is really just kind of taking it to what the Matrix is really all about. Sims, it's that kind of stuff where you're living in a virtual world with avatars.
Huh.
So when they say you're getting married in the metaverse, they think this could be a new trend. We're doing everything virtually, from working to family reunions to now weddings. Could be the next big thing. In fact, there's a couple in India that is doing their wedding in the metaverse. They've invited 2,000 guests to their wedding reception, and it's got a Harry Potter theme, and it's going to be costing them about $2,000. I don't know where this cost is. Maybe it's to set up your wedding in the metaverse. I don't even know. But they say it's going to be about $1 per guest, which is a lot more affordable. They can have a lot more friends. And they still put on a ceremony and you get to be a part of it, except now you're just interacting with other avatars that are supposed to look like the person that represents them. In fact, the reason why they love this is they've got an avatar of the bride's father, even though he died last year. So you've got even dead family members that can attend your wedding. This is just, wow, this is crazy. I don't know. Maybe this is like how my grandmother felt when she saw color TV. I don't know. I'm like, what? Wait, what is this?
I don't like it. If you love somebody enough to want to be a part of their nuptial, I'm sorry. I want to actually be there. I don't want to be a avatar in a metaverse and spin me around and kick me in the butt.
It's gonna get even weirder. This is just weddings, and there'll be funerals. There'll be all kind of stuff you're gonna be going to.
I do like the funeral one,
but the whole meta
that I don't mind. Yeah, and it I guess it does open it up for what kind of interactive things will we start doing in the metaverse? Will your kid have a t-ball game in the metaverse? What? Is that what we're looking? I don't know.
Is that possible?
I don't know. I'm throwing out stuff here to say if we're going to do a wedding where we're not actually going to get together and we're going to just sit at home and we're going to virtually be represented by an avatar and we're going to have this ceremony, what else can we be doing?
I told y'all about that 3D thing I did where, you guys have seen it before. You put those goggles on and you're in that world.
Oh, virtual reality?
Yeah.
I'm telling, it's getting so good to where there are going to be some people that don't ever want to come out. They're making
I get it, and let them stay in it.
They're making it like
But
that.
the rest of us, okay, the only reason I want to go to a wedding is for the open bar. And if I now have to watch your wedding on my computer screen and I have no open bar, guess what? I'm out. I'm not going to your wedding.
Okay, so if you got an invitation now for somebody's wedding reception in the metaverse,
I would laugh.
You would decline.
I would
You're
decline.
not going.
I'm not going.
It's kind of my thing to decline weddings anyway.
Yeah, I can barely muster up the courage to go to in-person events.
But there are people who are not happy with their lives, and I'm just telling you, it's getting to the point where you go into this world, you can design the room as however you want it, but it's costing you money. So if you want a picture of a crab on your wall, you could buy that.
Oh, I'd love a crab picture.
It looks like you feel like you're in a room.
Right. You may make a choice. You may make a conscious decision sometime here in the near future to fix up your meta world and not your real world. You may not repair your house. You may live in a dilapidated house. All you care about is having good internet or however we connect to this metaverse. You want to make sure you have that, the VR goggles, and there will likely be people that will be better in the metaverse than they are in real life. You just look at the Matrix. Neo arguably was a lot better. He was a cool ass dude in the Matrix, but in the real world, he just had a dumpy little apartment. He was just a schlubby dude, and this was his life. People will probably be just like Neo, where, hey, they've got a schlubby apartment, but boy, you get them into the metaverse, and all of a sudden, they know karate.
Well, imagine if you're somebody that has a hard time meeting people, and then you go into that world, and they have
You're cool.
The
You look
person
pretty.
"Hey,
You've created an
Virginia."
avatar that looks cute.
Like, hey, Virginia, how are you today?
I get it.
Great to see you. Did you get Botox today? You look so young.
Thank you. I did get Botox recently.
Do you want to leave that world? I don't know.
I would never, ever be in that world. I don't like the VR. I'm not down with it.
But the question is will you have a time in our humanity where a majority of the people you would want to interact with are just always in the metaverse? And what would that look like? Where you're like, hey, I want to go hang out with people. You're like, there's nobody around. Where is everybody? Everybody's at home plugged into the metaverse.
Some people, it's going to happen to some people. My fear is that we're going to lose just being connected as the human spirit.
We're going to lose the fringe people that weren't really making it happen in regular society anyway.
But that's not true, though, because people used to say the same thing about social media. Only the kids are doing it. Now,
I never said that.
No, I'm not saying you did, but people did say social media is only for the young kids, and it's not going to be that much of a big deal. And then look at what happened. It's everywhere. Everyone has it now.
But you can look at this and you can say, okay, this is going to be attractive to people that aren't making it in the real world. I'm here to try to make it in the real world. I'm not here to live in no fantasy cartoon ass world.
But what's going to happen is that fantasy world is going to blend in with the real world like social media did, and now you're going to see people making money, opportunities. There's going to be jobs.
Yeah, right.
It's crazy now because it's not a regular thing. Just like social media was not a regular thing, but once it starts bleeding into the regular day life, like the bidet, you're going to see a lot more people getting involved.
Yeah, you start small, and then okay, if we're talking about meta weddings now, what are we talking about in the future? And somebody said, okay, so if I'm a criminal and I rob a virtual bank, do I go to meta jail or real jail? Like how does all this stuff start working? And it is crazy. It's creating an alternate reality.
That's if there's a way you're able to scam real life money out of that meta world, you're going to real jail.
Yeah. I just am trying to kind of wrap my brain around all of this and what it might be. And then how do you start responding when you start getting invitations to the metaverse? Would you, for instance, do just a regular old happy hour cocktail party, Virginia, in the metaverse, where you would have your own drinks? And people really kind of already did that.
We did that during COVID, and it was stupid.
Okay.
I didn't like it.
We
did it because we had to.
You're never going to ever get rid of people wanting to be in the same room with each other. That's how
Yeah.
people touch each other. That's how they kiss.
Yeah.
It's how they hook up way sooner than they should have.
But you
Yeah.
are going to start seeing a change in people,
Yeah.
especially people who don't like to go out and meet and be with a lot of people.
And that's
Yeah.
fine. Those people can have it. Have the metaverse.
But there's so many people like that. It's going to bleed into both worlds.
I think that's going to be interesting to see just how many people fully embrace the metaverse and that becomes their new hangout spot and how many people are resistant to it and then what it looks like. How much will it divide our society and then how will your life start looking different between real events and then metaverse events?
Some of that VR stuff, there's certain videos that are way better than others. The ones that are filmed with a real camera out in the world, not stuff that's been computer animated, but real footage. When you put that on there, if it's filmed in the right kind of camera, with the right kind of camera lens, you feel as if you're there. It's very bizarre, Virginia.
I'm not down with that.
It is. If you were to have some fans and ice and wind blowing on you, you would legit, because I did it inside a house and I was walking over a bridge. If I a fan on me with wind and all that, it would feel pretty legit.
And I tell you, if we keep going from one different type of COVID to the next, and there's always this wave and, we got to lock back up again. How long is this going to be going on? We're 2 years into this? Is this going to end anytime soon, or are they always going to be using COVID as a way to be like, hey, COVID's going on. Why don't you just go to the metaverse? You're not going to get COVID there.
I'm thinking about getting that VR thing. I want to bring it in here. I want Virginia to try
I think
it.
we're already losing Bird, Virginia.
I know. They got him.
Yeah.
Meta Bird.
I couldn't believe how much I loved it.
I don't
loved
have
it.
any interest in it.
Well, you know what? I could see the potential of helping people who have mental issues with this. There is. I'm telling you, there's ways to help people.
And then the thing I wonder, because I understand I'm kind of an introvert, and I'm wondering for introverts may say, I love this. This is a great way for me to live a life where I don't have to interact with people. Would you then still be an introvert in the metaverse, or are you now an extrovert in the metaverse but an introvert in real life?
Not only that, for example, I'm a person that really struggles being over bridges and walking bridges.
Yeah.
When I put that on there, you get the same kind of feelings you would get as you're walking on a bridge for the most part.
Can you see tall buildings in the metaverse or in
can.
the VR
Yeah,
world, or does it freak you out? I'm talking about you specifically.
No, it absolutely can.
Okay.
But I could see that with therapy, and I could see how by desensitizing certain situations, if you have the right kind of somebody that knows what they're doing, I could just see a lot of benefit with it.
Yeah.
I also could see a lot of bad with it, too.
Okay.
It's a very powerful tool.
Okay, just kind of curious. Here in just a second, I'll have Suits put up a poll. Would you accept a wedding invitation in the metaverse? Yes or no? Virginia's a no.
No, because I want the open bar.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'm not coming to your wedding.
I go to no weddings in reality or in meta.
Okay, Birds neither. Just kind of get an idea of what this metaverse is all going to be about. It's crazy. Just some of the stuff that's going on here. We heard about the meta weddings. And somebody wanted to know, Virginia, you said you wouldn't go to a wedding in the metaverse where everybody's represented by an avatar and you meet in a virtual space because you want the open bar. But what if they sent you free booze to drink during the meta wedding?
We did that, little smiles during COVID when we had our virtual stars ball. We sent all of our major donors like a package at home, and it included alcohol and other stuff, and so they could watch along and drink at home. And I mean, I don't hate that, but I'm not sitting there the whole time watching your wedding. I'm actually going to drink the alcohol, sign on in the beginning so everybody sees me, and then I'm going to go, take a nap.
Okay.
Yeah, someone told me the other day, sounds like you and Virginia have an issue or an edge when it comes to weddings. Like, what makes you say that? We go in.
I barely want to be there in person. I certainly don't want to be there in the metaverse.
We go in hard on weddings.
Yeah, right now.
I'm just old. When I was in my 20s, I loved it because I was in that age group, 20s, 30s, of people getting married. And now I'm almost 50. What the F do I care about a wedding? I mean, sorry.
Sorry, Mags. When you get married, guess who's not showing up?
I've already told her I don't think she should get married.
Oh.
Well, so there you go.
Right now, 62% of the people in the KVJ TV chat room said that they would not accept a wedding invitation in the metaverse. So,
Yeah, your close family, those people will be there. And that's it.
Because they have to.
Because they have to.
By law, they
Because
gotta
you've
be
made
there,
them feel like they're guilted into it.
Yeah.
But they don't want to be in the metaverse. A lot of them are old like me and are confused by it.
well, it's kind of fascinating, too.
Yeah, because you're going through menopause.
Yeah, menopause now. Not metaverse, menopause.
Somebody said, yeah, they have sensitivity suits, too, in the metaverse. When somebody touches you, you will actually feel it.
Oh, my God.
Y'all, I'm telling you, it's getting to the point where there's going to be heaters, blowers,
What?
all kind of stuff.
A blower?
Well,
I bet you'd like one of those.
you can take that for what it's worth, but I'm just saying.
What's her name?
It's getting to the point where you're going to put something on your head and you're going to feel things. You're going to experience things.
You're going to put it on your head?
It's just the beginning. This is just
Okay.
the beginning, y'all.
Yeah, that's where I'm wondering where this is going.
Gosh. My balloon keeps getting trapped on my microphone, and it's getting to me.
Turns out if you have hamburger hands and balloons, it's not good.
Coming up here in a couple of minutes, too, I'd like to hear this because I was surprised that 6 out of 10 Americans supposedly have a resignation letter drafted and saved for when they hit their breaking point at work.
Ooh.
That's a majority of Americans, 60%.
See, that's not how it's going down for me. I go out in a blaze of glory.
Oh, we know.
It's not something that's planned and done the smart way. There's F-bombs exchanged, and it's a blow up, and bridges are burned.
It's overly emotional. It's very public. Me and
Yeah.
Kevin are also out of a job after.
Yeah, never work again.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
going to be sweet, man.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, does anybody fall into this category? Because that number seems way high to me.
That seems too high.
And then what does it say? Does it say anything spicy or sassy, or is it just very matter of fact and to the point?
There's no way those numbers are right.
I don't believe it either, yeah. So I'm just kind of curious. Can we even get one person to say, yep, I got my resignation letter. It's all ready to go. Let us know. 877-979-WRMF. 6 out of 10 Americans already have their resignation letter all set and ready to go. That's at least what the stat says. Some people are saying, yeah, you know what? I've got a little bit of both. I've got already my resume, and I've got a standard letter that is in my drafts. If I ever need it, I just change it up. Maybe that's what they're talking about. Maybe it's actually a smart thing to do, that if you don't have it, then get yourself prepared, because you never know. As quickly as the world changes, you might want to be ready to be able to make that change to get a new job or to leave the one you're already in.
I've been told, though, don't write it when you're overly emotional. Let those emotions subside a bit.
Yeah.
Go in there.
And that's why that's good. If you have it pre-written out in a time when you're not emotional, it can sit there, and then when you're all angry, oh, I hate them, you don't have those emotions in your letter. You have a very calm, thought-out letter. But I know Virginia would rather go in and have, the experience of, quitting this bitch and, making a viral video and all that kind of stuff. It's a lot more fun.
One radio station, when I quit, I looked at the manager right in the face with my index finger pointed about 3 inches from his nose, and I told him, "You just got your panties in a wad, and I embarrassed you in front of everybody." And then I quit.
Okay.
And collect unemployment.
That's-
I was out of
I
job for a
did.
year.
I collect unemployment. I did.
Yeah, that's what happens when you quit.
Yeah. That's how it all worked out, huh? Okay. Very nice.
I didn't quit, but I was getting fired at the same time that I was getting quit. But I made a statement.
Okay.
Have you ever done that ever in your life where you were at a job, you're like, blah, 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 I'm out this, and then you left? I don't see Kevin doing that.
not blazed out. Everything that I've quit has been subtle and ended with a hug, and best of luck, Kev.
Well, you have to have balance on the show. You have to have somebody who has a good head on their shoulder, and then you have
the
everyone
yin
else.
and yang. Yeah.
Yeah.
I go one way, Virginia's got the other side. And she keeps it interesting. But yeah, that's why typically, if you notice when we lose jobs, I go in alone. It's probably the best thing. No, I think Virginia was kind of calm in Miami.
Oh my gosh, she was a shell of a man.
I was calm in Miami because I was drugged.
Oh, okay.
I was taking Xanax to keep myself calm.
Yeah, don't get it twisted. Nobody was drugging her other than herself.
Yeah. No, I
was drugged.
Drugged myself.
Can you drug yourself? I mean, I guess you can, but you make it sound.
She does all the time.
I've been doing it for many years.
Cam, I was drugged.
Look, going through that, you wanted me on Xanax. Trust me. Yeah. And I didn't want to burn a bridge with the one poor guy that had to fire us because I liked that guy. That guy was from Louisiana like me. We actually had the very first same boss in radio, so we bonded over that, and I liked that guy.
So if they're a Cajun, they can fire you and they're fine?
Yeah.
That's the Cajun way,
yeah.
That's the Cajun way. We take it from another Cajun. We ain't taking it from gringos.
Cav, I was drugged.
Yeah.
I ate Xanax like it was Pez.
I acted like someone snuck behind her. Hey, take these pills.
So if our boss ever introduces us to Bayou Lou, you know we're getting axed.
Bayou Lou.
The After the Show podcast is going to be coming up live. You can catch it on YouTube in just about 10 minutes or get it on demand anytime you want, either on YouTube or any place you get your podcast, including the very free WRMF app. Go check that out. Again, you got the keyword, too, for Machu Picchu. If you want to go to Peru for 6 nights, word you want is flight, F-L-I-G-H-T. All right, Bird, wrapping things up. If you would, please give us your thought for the day, my friend.
You want this, huh? Okay. I'll give it to you.
The thought, yeah, that's right.
Don't scare him.
It is better to change an opinion than to persist in a wrong one.
Yeah, Virginia ain't going to agree to that.
I figured.
I'm wrong. I'm sticking to it. I'm doubling down.
Double, triple down.
Yeah.
The KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.